Okay, ooh, I might explain it here. Okay, and then go bring this down here. Okay, how are you doing? Good evening. Hello, Charlie, and hello, Rothgar. It's lovely to have you all here. Why don't I say hi to everybody right now, and then we're gonna get on with the thing, and it's another gaggle night, and this gaggle night's gonna be bigger than ever because we got a pretty awesome YouTube watch-along to start with. First, hi, great to see you. Rothgar, great to see you too. Charlie, great to see you as I mentioned. But it's good to see you all. It's nice to have you here. We kind of are moving along with our little calm before the storm because we're gonna have a really busy Friday with the Pets of Twitch round of 32, and there's a lot of preparation going for that, but a lot of excitement along the way. But there's plenty of time. I mean, thankfully there will be an entire week between each of these rounds this year. Last time I was only giving myself a couple days, so that was crazy. This is less crazy. So yeah, I want to thank Rothgar first before doing anything else today for recommending the Miles in Transit video, which is going to cover the journey from the Mexican border all the way to the Canadian border, and all that Miles and one of his buddies used for the entire journey, or attempted to use, was public transportation. The question for you is, do you think they made it all the way from the Mexican border to the Canadian border? We're gonna watch this two-part video and see together. It should be really fun. But before we do, we got a couple elements of business. Charlie says I've watched it. Oh, sweet! So you watch it too. Very cool. Well, we'd love to get your reactions as you watch this, though you have seen it before, so you know the answer to the question. But this will be really fun. Rothgar says, it was too intense to have every other day. The week-long break between them is much better for my nerves. I think I speak on behalf of my co-hosts when I say I agree, because yeah, it's crazy. And it gives people more time to promo their beloved fur babies too. So like for contenders and for contending parents, it's a big thing. So for tonight's stream, also one other thing I want to bring up is that I would be grateful if you gave me some feedback on the sound tonight, because I tried so hard to make the USB connection for the USB digital interface for the line input. Tried so hard to make it work. I did everything I could. I updated the buffer size and all that stuff. You can see it on Discord. So what I finally did is I decided I'm just like, F it. I'm just gonna go analog for this. I'm gonna do a regular line in, line out from the sound card, line in into the mixer, and then it all comes back your way. And somehow it doesn't repeat over itself. I don't know how that works, but it does. But it does work. And the levels might be a little different, but one thing I know for sure, it's not going to break up the way it did when it was all USB. So I'm already pretty happy with how it sounds so far, even though it's not going to be as crisp perhaps, but it's going to be more consistent. And I think I'll keep listening throughout the night to see if it holds up or not. So far so good. Rothgar says, I also see it as an added benefit as it allows for Ryan to come up with more puns. Absolutely. Speaking of which, speaking of more time, my iPad is pretty close to dead. The iPad mini. The iPad mini is pretty close to dead, so I need to charge it during this. This watch along is actually a good opportunity to let the iPad mini charge. So that's nice. That's actually nice. We don't have to worry about using that for a while. Rothgar says, so you're breaking up with your USB setup because it was breaking up with you? That's pretty clever. Yeah, but basically, pretty much. I do want to just give some love to Rothgar's dinner tonight, though, before we keep going. By the way, is the background music too loud? This is an important question, because it sounds really compressed in my ears, and I want to make sure that you can hear me and it's not overpowering my voice at all. So I'd be glad to get some feedback on that too. Charlie says I broke up with USB a long time ago. Wow, I did not realize that. So you're not into it either, Charlie. You have a lot of like experience in music production, so that really says something. That's really meaningful information for me. Good to know. It could be a little quieter. Okay. Well, this one's quieter. I think the track just happens to be quieter. So maybe I'll make it. So I'm at 12 o'clock right now. I'll make it 11 o'clock if it's too loud. Good to know. Thanks, Charlie. So anyway, Rothgar's dinner tonight. It was not a sandwich for dinner for me today. I had baked gnocchi with corn, pepper, lettuce, and tomato in it, covered with cheddar and Parmesan. I'm looking forward to having the leftovers for the next few days. Oh, and there was a cut-up sausage in there too. Now that just sounds like a fantastic night. That's a great dinner. It's tough to resist. It really is. Like it would be tough to have the discipline to not finish the whole thing in one sitting, but good for you that you didn't. You're gonna have a nice couple of days of meals. And what is that being for? Oh my goodness, we have a new follow. CS443. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. It's so nice to meet you. I hope you're doing well out there. I'm Davy. I'm a variety streamer. I'm based in Los Angeles. And every Tuesday night on this channel, we do watch-alongs of TV shows, and we play along too. And King, great to see you as well. Charlie says, Rothgar says, so this one goes to 11? Heck yeah. Charlie says, I have USB, but most of my stuff is over Ethernet. Oh, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Ethernet, like, sound-wise? That's interesting. That is very interesting. Rothgar says, it is a big casserole dish. No way am I eating it all in one go. It is going to be like 5 meals or so. Oh, man, that's pretty good. That's good stuff. So you'll be set for a while. I love that. Sound and video. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Because the video needs to be... Yeah, I can't stream. Generally speaking, when I'm streaming from the main room, which is this room, it's got to be Ethernet. Like, I can't... Even though I know I can get fast connections on Wi-Fi, very fast, like, like 500, maybe not 500, but like 300 megabits per second. I know, well, that's not even like, no, I should correct myself. I can get the download speeds at that pace. The upload's only 20 because cable internet is what it is. So even though I know I can do that in Wi-Fi, I would prefer not to because it's just more consistent. And it's kind of the same philosophy here. USB is not wireless by any means, but I think the principle is a lot the same. And but it's just a more direct connection, even though it is analog and you have noise that goes with it, but it's not significant enough for me to be concerned about it right now. Yeah. Oh, and MIDI too, of course. MIDI is always a big part of it. MIDI, by definition, has to be digital. There's no analog version of it. So, yeah. I should show you my dinner. I have this tonight. It's just these little withered up White Castle frozen hamburgers that I microwaved in the microwave, and some jalapeno kettle chips, and some mustard. Pretty good. And yum until you said withered. Yeah, I mean, it's as good as you're gonna get from a microwave. But it still gets the job done tonight. Rothgar says, at least they did not come from a White Castle vending machine. If that actually exists, I can only imagine what the outcome would be. But yeah, I don't hear any crackles right now from the system. I don't hear any breakups. I don't hear any dropouts. This is, to me, very heavenly as of right now. Now we'll see if it holds up. It's a long stream. Plenty of things can happen between now and the end of stream. We'll see. Rothgar says, I only know of that existing from another Miles in Transit video. Wow. It's a real thing. Look at that. Okay, so I think it's about time to do this. So let's go ahead and start up the scene. I'm gonna go over here first. I'm gonna get me on screen. I'm gonna turn off the background music, a little lo-fi playlist, and then I'm gonna put my funky little face up here. Let me see. Where's my funky face? Get my funky face on the screen. I think that's it. Yeah. I think. I mean, we're not gonna be on. We're not doing gaggle right now, so I can move this over here. Should be fine. I mean, this might be too big. If it's too big, then we'll just roll. We'll figure out. I'll go off the screen, I guess. But if it's okay, it's okay. Okay, we'll leave it. We'll try it right now. So now let's let us bring you the Miles in Transit YouTube Watchalong, where they try to go from Mexico to Canada but by local transit only. If you've not watched this before, it is really, really entertaining stuff and rather educational. And you can learn about new routes in here. I watched this a bit ago. Oh, by the way, I did want to also thank Miles in Transit himself. Like, Miles actually gave his blessing via email to show this on Twitch. So I'm very excited about that. So I appreciate Miles getting back to me on the email. And with that, let us give you the journey. Hi, Westsider. Good to see you. Let us give you the journey of Mexico to Canada. Feel free to share all your comments. And King Dambreaker, great to see you too. I didn't even get a chance to bring this up, but your milestone from the last weekend. Congrats on your milestone. I apologize for not catching up to all that, but kudos to you. I'll give a quick shout to King's channel. And with that, let's start this video.
All right, we're standing here in San Ysidro, which is the very southernmost tip of California, and we are going to the border.
The border?
The Canadian border.
Using only local transit.
Yeah! That's right. Over the next 6 days, knock on wood, my friend Jackson and I will be going from Mexico to Canada on local transit only. Why local transit? Because we can. How are we defining local transit?
Goodbye, McDonald's trolley station. We're getting this trolley. Oh, wait, we got a tap. Right. First vehicle. Today's the easiest day, I think. Knock on wood, obviously, but today's is all trade.
First vehicle has started moving. We are officially headed up the west coast.
As we get this show on the road by way of...
Are you enjoying that there is a McDonald's trolley station? Like,
I'd like to note that we are not the first people to attempt
I don't know why
this.
that got...
YouTube,
I was so interested in that, but...
the Transit Bandit and Adams versions of this adventure, although respectfully, I don't consider either to be pure runs. In the summer of 2024, 2 successful trips were made. One by a man named William Huey, and another by friend of the channel, Aaron. They both went from north to south and took 9 and 10 days respectively. But we're the first people
personally, I don't even know.
To north instead.
I would never have figured out how to get from Los Angeles to San Francisco with local transit. These guys took it a step further.
Some of the tightest connections I've ever planned, and some of these routes run as infrequently as once a day. So if anything goes wrong, in the summer of 2024, 2 successful trips were made.
This is an important
point. One by a man named William Huey, and another by friend of the channel, Aaron. They both went from north to south and took 9 and 10 days respectively. But we're the first people I'm aware of to do this trip from south to north instead, and we have a far more aggressive timeline than anyone else before us at just 6 days. This trip involves some of the tightest connections I've ever planned, and some of these routes run as infrequently as once a day, so if anything goes wrong, our entire schedule could be destroyed.
So if there was ever a vote now on your phone situation, I think it would be this one, because I'm not confident we're gonna make it. So we'll see. All right, thus concludes our last light rail ride until Portland, I believe.
That's crazy. That right there, the ride barely from like the border to Santa Fe Station in San Diego. That's their last light rail. Everything else is basically a bus. Can you even imagine that? And will they? So the question is, will they make it? Well, let's roll the tape and see. But I did see Rothgar's comment. Will Davy take transit to the Mexico border for fun? Vote now on your phones. I think that's part of the question. The other part of the question is, would Davy make it back? Rothgar says some heavy rail too. Oh, okay. So there's heavy rail as well. Right. Good point. Did they say San Ysidro? They did. All right, let's keep going.
Now here we are at the Santa Fe terminal.
Yes.
Where we are going to catch mode number 2, the coaster.
We had our first run-in with the Pacific Ocean, a body of water we'd get very familiar with over the course of this trip, before hopping aboard San Diego's commuter rail line, the coaster. We were living the dream right here. A nice train, great views, and a bathroom with a really strange sink.
Get the gear that works as hard as you do.
We have our first ad of the night. Hold on, folks. Right. Look, they know how to get us. Right when we were about to get the bathroom review, they go to a break. Like, that is hysterical. Okay, so let's get back to it. Westsider says, I'm still figuring things out. Did make it to Olympia and San Diego? From where? Or did, like, Rothgar says Pacific Ocean equals best ocean. Oh, man. Hell yeah on that. Let's go. West Coast, best coast. Like, where did you start from, though, West Side? That's pretty exciting. Okay, here we go.
Views and a bathroom with a really strange sink.
What turns the water on? Am I an idiot? Oh, what? Oh, that's really weird.
I love transit so much. Transit has gotten me to this very location in this very moment.
But things got even better when we met up with our friend DJ Pete for the 90-minute layover in Oceanside.
You took the water fountain off?
Yeah.
Oh.
We walked the pier, ate some pizza, touched the ocean, and received an omen for the rest of the trip.
A ship in the harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. Take risks and we're doing that. There's a trip you've been thinking of taking. This is good. We're gonna do so well.
Are we taking any of these buses? Are we taking the 39?
I'm gonna have to check the spreadsheet.
25?
Thanks, Zoltar. I trust that we'll do well, thanks to you.
We were very strategic about starting this trip on a Sunday.
Oh, $10.
For most transit systems, Sundays mean less or no service, but the Metrolink Orange County line actually runs a better schedule on weekends to cater.
This is
to
the heavy line
Oceanside
that
tourists
Rothgar is
like
referring
us.
to.
Boy, we're awfully
It
close
is
to
true.
the water. It'd be a shame if something happened
You'd
to
be surprised how
It's a good
much
thing you picked
ground you
this
can cover on
weekend to go on this
Metrolink.
trip, that the tracks are actually open.
But here's my hot take about this line. After the first 40 minutes of breathtaking scenery, you get over 90 minutes of suburban slog that makes the whole thing a wash to me. Luckily, and might I add completely by chance,
I've experienced
we
that
had friends
firsthand.
on board.
We got recognized.
This is Elliot.
Justin, you're not a file photo.
You have my file photo somewhere here, perhaps. This is Adam. Adam's hi.
I brought some special guests. You might recognize this one.
Oh, squashy bus.
Wow.
Our company made this ride a blast. Even though we had to say goodbye to DJ Pete and Elliot along the way, we met up with even more friends once we hit LA.
Oh,
It's great to see you.
good to see you. This is so random that it happened like this.
Start from Brandon.
Hi.
We had a game.
That's at Union Station, that piano. I've not actually played it, but I've walked by it a lot of times. And anybody can play it. Like, you just have to walk up to it and play. So if you've ever wanted to like do a side gig at Union Station in Los Angeles, just go. It's always sitting there. They do repair it a lot though, which is good. It means that they're keeping it in good shape. Let me see. Rothgar says the number of times I refer to the West Coast as Wet Coast, Left Coast, or Best Coast instead of West Coast cannot be counted. And Rothgar says in another video that guy had a water fountain mounted on the front of his bike. Don't know how he did that, but that's rather impressive. Let's see. Westsider says I took Flick's bus from Seattle to Olympia and Amtrak Seattle to Los Angeles, but I believe I then took bus to San Diego. I got you, Westsider. That's a heck of a journey. But what if I told you these two folks didn't even take the Amtrak? That's where it gets interesting. To do that without Amtrak is wild, but they are certainly trying for big dreams here. Rothgar says there is like a 3-hour-long video of them eating at every diner in Philadelphia. That seems like fun. Boy, must be a lot of good food around there. Yeah. And Rothgar says that sounds like quite the trip. I agree, Westsider. That is a heck of a trip. I wonder how long it took you to do that, Westsider. Feel free to chip in the chat.
Gambit. Ride the new CRRC LA Metro cars.
Only the highest quality rolling stock for America's subway.
Why does it say test train not in service?
Because the head sign's broken.
There are chargers in here? I actually need to charge my phone so bad. Photo line, photo line, photo line. We're gonna get back by like 5 whatever, right? If we missed that train, it's real bad.
5:07? I'm on it.
Get dinner at Grand Central Market.
Wait, do they have chop suey? I know where I'm going.
And ride Angel's Flight for the hell of it.
What if we got it from the top, like ran up and came back down? Might be less of a line. Alex and Erica are getting my food, and we're gonna, I guess, take Angel's Flight. Oh, we also have like 15 minutes, so we have to go. That's the issue. If we miss that train, it's real bad. I mean, it's pretty fast, you know? Look at it. Okay, great. There's like no line up here.
This is one of those days when we're in line with like a bunch of people who have like never used money before or ever.
You know, that's so funny because like the next words out of my mouth were going to be, I can't believe I've never been on Angel's Flight yet. And I've been here, how long? I've been here for like almost 2 decades. I still haven't tried it. And I really should. Like it, I mean, it's right there. It's so interesting. So Rothgar says, have you ridden Angel's Flight, Davey? I have not, but loads of opportunities to try. And I really should. Rothgar says, you never do tourist stuff in your own town. Yeah, I guess that's true of anybody who lives anywhere, right? Like when people live in New York, they probably don't do the tourist stuff in New York, and it's probably true of everybody, but I still think I should, you know? I still think I should. King says, well, it did not take long for the wanderlust to kick in. But yeah. So like, I know Rothgar has roots in Vancouver. Like, did you ever do Vancouver-y touristy things in Vancouver? It's kind of funny, huh? King says, now I want to travel. Yeah. Traveling's exciting. Traveling's exciting.
Heard of money or don't know what money is? Because how hard is to tap a fucking credit card?
If we missed that train, it's real bad.
We did it, Joe.
Maybe. We don't know yet. It's a funicular, so there's the other one. You gotta wave for them.
Oh, hey.
Someday I should do a video where I ride every funicular in the United States.
But not today.
Not today. What was that, Jackson?
That was my first time on a funicular.
Wow. No, that's good. That makes it good. Yeah. Unless we miss our train. I can see Alex like really.
He's like, come on.
He's really stressed.
We're gonna run to the hen house over there.
Oh, how do we leave?
One way only.
What? Okay.
We flew like an angel, but now we actually have to fly like an angel. Okay, are we running? No.
Jackson, where are you going? Come on. I hate this. I hate. Oh, yes. 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 What I love about these is the flip dot destination signs. Those are like very. Oh, it's pulling up there? But this is the non-rush hour boarding zone. So we gotta go up, right? Don't we have to be up? Don't we have to be at the front? Mark, front? Union, right? Mark, front? We gotta go.
What was that? What happened?
We have to be at the front.
Why?
That's the best spot. We want to be in the
Man,
front.
I
Right?
feel that panic so much right now.
There's no forward view.
Mark, I hope you didn't lie to us.
Well, I don't know how far up front we need to be.
Here, just open the door.
Don't open the door. Well, we do have a whole car to ourselves, which is kind of fun. All right, we're coming to Union Station. Our train leaves at 5:07. What time is it?
It's 4:59.
All right, that seems pretty good. Did you lead us astray, Mark?
Oh no.
Mark, did you lead us astray?
We can take the elevator. Do you like the elevator?
No, we came out time for an elevator review. Mark, sometimes I roast people too hard, and I just want to apologize right now.
Wrong.
It was a relief to have a nice, relaxing 90-minute ride in the Ventura County line. It gave us time to hang out with Alex and Erica, eat our dinner, and admire the scenic views.
I wonder where
But
they got the
soon,
dinner
Alex
from.
and Erica had to go.
That looks pretty good.
We believe that you can make that transfer in San Francisco.
I have no faith in you guys.
That's called
Erica's also once again right. Okay.
How's your chop suey?
Not good.
Oh.
Ouch. Yeah, so much for that. Hey, look at that, my hometown. Look at that. How about it?
California.
Oxnard, California.
Oxnard
Yeah, right.
Transit
Go ahead.
Center water fountain review.
This wide angle is pretty stunning.
This water is pretty lukewarm. Right.
Yeah, listen, like, I would not have gone into that with high expectations, Miles. Like, but here's the fun. It's kind of interesting to I just realized right now, like, Miles has been in my hometown. I recognize that bridge behind the bus, too. There's the bridge. I know the 3rd Street Bridge. That's the 3rd Street Bridge. It didn't really do anything. It's just the bridge, but but it's there. It's been there forever. Hey, Jeremiah, good to see you. Chop suey rang up a bankrupt. It really did. I mean, it looked like it was a great meal, and then you see them eat it, and like, oh no. You know, it's fun. That's kind of been the theme of of food in LA like the last couple of weeks, but King says maybe Davey can find that fountain, take a photo of it. I mean, I definitely can, but like I said, I mean, you might be underwhelmed what you see. But I will say that the station in Oxnard is pretty functional, so like that part's pretty cool. Like if you want to just take a train somewhere, park there, does the job pretty good. Let me see, but great to see you, Jeremiah. Welcome. King says bridges, man, they make quite the connection. Y'all just here looking for dings. I'm sorry that the iPad mini is not charged up enough for the dings yet. I might need another hour before we can get that going. Thank you for starting our stream streak, Jeremiah. Let me just acknowledge that first. Thank you for getting the bun going here. Appreciate your 3 stream streak sandwich. Hopefully tonight we got a sandwich. I did have a sandwich earlier. This is what's left of it. I had some White Castle microwavable sliders. Pretty good. Rothgar says help you get over things too. Yeah. Incidentally, since obviously Oxnard is not known for public transportation, I have never ridden a single bus within this city in my life. So I have no idea how well this is gonna go. I hope they like the bus. I've just never attempted it, and I'm not sure if I'll be in a position where I ever will need to attempt a bus in Oxnard. We'll see.
Time to get on the 6.
This is a cool seat moquette. It's very high tech. Well, all hail the Gillig Bar.
Welcome to our seat for the next hour.
Look, we get to go express for a bit.
I cannot express to you how brief this part is. Right now we are...
No, it's express.
We get to go... We're here.
We're
We get to go this far on the express today.
So we're on this bus for another like 26 minutes.
All right. Reveal the insanity.
It's going, and then... Oh, I see. No, okay, so the map was accurate. We're gonna go in here, but then it sees like a spiral. Like that ends there. We gotta loop all the way around. Wait, we wait here for 12 minutes? It's dumb. What? Even longer. It's gonna wait 27. Wow. Oh, that's the other way. Oh, we're here for 3 minutes. Thank you.
We made all our...
We did. I mean, today was the easiest day, so it wasn't much of a challenge.
It wasn't that hard, despite self-imposing a lot of difficulty in LA. If you're on YouTube, we'll see you tomorrow.
I think the key to their success in day one was not using a bus in Los Angeles.
Tomorrow is, I think,
they did
still
good.
A fairly easy day, but
they did good there.
It's not Tuesday.
I guess knock on wood though, just in case.
Right.
The next day.
Good morning from sunny Ventura.
Oh yeah, that's Ventura, folks. It's overcast almost every morning over there. Jeremiah says, White Castle is an Indiana staple here. I love it. And also adds, and I ride public transit regularly, so these buses are every day for me. Yeah, I did ride the bus quite a bit when I lived in Santa Barbara for a while. And then when I was, before the pandemic, I was riding the bus to work almost all the time. And now I don't, but yeah, at the time the bus is actually connected straight to the campus where my workplace was in those days. And so, yeah, I mean, I do think that the bus system in the West Side's decent. It's pretty good, pretty reliable for the most part, but they don't have, there are like missing gaps in terms of like connections and stuff like that. So far, they moved 200 miles so far. Pretty good in a day, though. That's pretty good for a day, I would say. Yeah, it's not a huge amount of miles, but considering that a lot of that wasn't heavy traffic, I thought they did all right for themselves. But they did say, like literally, like they said, this is the easy part. So it only gets tougher from here.
What felt like the LA sphere, but a deuce of freeway express buses would help us move along the California coast. First, the VCTC Coastal Express took us to Santa Barbara, where we had time to check out some of the sights.
Never knew
of the
about
beautiful
that.
Downtown.
It's a cool bus.
Some very edgy postcards depicting a fire on this wharf in 1998.
Next, the Clean Air Express's midday connector, instituted about a year ago, brought us inland through some
I lived in Santa
stunning mountain
Barbara
ranges
for
to
4
Santa
years,
Maria.
so
Unfortunately,
they
it was
didn't spend
15
much
minutes
time
late
there.
for no
Too
clear
bad.
reason, so we had to rush to the Santa Maria Town Center.
Oh God.
Do you want to go to the mall
Oh.
or to Gottschalk's?
Oh man.
One of those two for sure. The order numbers are 10, which is the next bus.
I don't envy this at all.
And 9, which is the bus
I would never
after.
wish
So I
this
got
on
this
people.
tri-tip sandwich because it said it. Oh god, it's falling apart. It said it was Santa Maria style, and I'm like, well, I mean, we're in Santa Maria. I gotta get the style, right?
You gotta two-hand the sandwich. How's the first taste?
It's quite good. I don't know what makes it unique to Santa Maria, but I'm happy to be eating it here.
I have no doubt that there are plenty of know-it-alls in the comment section who will know what makes it unique to Santa what?
Maria.
All right, this is my opportunity to raise my hand. So, yes. So I think Santa Maria is, if my memory of history is correct, Santa Maria is the one who created the tri-tip sandwich, which is a type of brisket that's a lot leaner than most, and the way that they grill it, and the way that they barbecue it, and the way they slice it and everything else, and they use this garlic toast for the bun. The tri-tip sandwich is tremendous. It's tremendous. But I think that's why they call it Santa Maria style, because that's where it started. That's where it was popularized. And then other areas kind of picked up on it. So it is a distinctly West Coast thing, because I don't think you really can find it in any other state, honestly. Like I don't even think you can find, for a while I couldn't even find it in LA. That just gives you an idea. It's a very distinctively Ventura County, Central Coast, Ventura County, Santa Barbara County, San Luis Obispo County situation. Like it really is just that. And but it is great. So like the leaner sandwich, but it's still very juicy. It can be really, and you can make this sauce for it very spicy. It's pretty great. So yeah, so I guess Santa Maria style just means it's a tri-tip sandwich as opposed to just a regular brisket sandwich, which is fattier. That is my understanding. And there are comments over here on Twitch too, and there are comments on YouTube as well for when we post the VOD for this program. I don't think we're not gonna do I'm not gonna do a VOD on YouTube for this. I'm sorry, but feel free to chat if you if you have your own intel on what Santa Maria style means. It's pretty good though. I'm glad they got to taste that.
Maria.
Stupid idiot.
Now it was time for a couple trips on Best Transit System Name Award winner Florida, whose bus featured bike racks on both the front and back.
Your bike just like falls on the highway behind you.
This trip on the 10 managed to be on Florida's only bus with
King says either Davy's reminiscing or struggling with trauma.
Stop Government Center.
Hey, Government, welcome in.
Routes 9 and 12.
All right, well, we're getting close to Government Center. It's interesting of them to just like print the bus schedule on this big like ad spot. I've never seen a bus schedule this big.
I love that Florida's the name of the
transit center in San Luis Obispo was mercifully short, and soon we were on our way to Paso Robles via the 9.
Good lord, this Gillig is struggling so hard.
Thank you, King.
This Gillig's like some ancient time period, like 35 miles an hour, and now this is sad. Santa Margarita feels very like Wild West farm.
Right,
Whoa, so many cool buildings. Look at that, look at the antique mall. Wow, this is like the Wild West. Woo, Paso Robles.
It is also possible they just never updated the buildings. it's like the same buildings from like 200 years ago. I don't think they were like specifically designing it that way. I think they just never bothered to update it. Rothgar says, I've put my bike on a bus many times. I would wait for the next bus rather than put it on the back of the bus. Yeah, that looked very sketchy.
On Paso Robles during our 25-minute layover.
Here's our next bus, the 84 King City $2. I didn't really realize it went to King City $2. Is that like a neighborhood? Do you know, Jack? I don't know.
That's what the town is colloquially called.
Oh,
Really stumbled my way through that one.
The MST 84 was the best ride of the trip so far, and I want to get on my high horse about it. Not only did it offer stunning views of the Salinas Valley from its comfy coach seats, but it also pulled off the highway at several spots to serve towns of less than 500
That's pretty cool.
The MST system has several frequent urban routes, so I love that they've also set aside some resources for this lifeline twice daily service to towns with no other transportation options. I'll bet the cost per passenger on this route is astronomical, but at the end of the day, it's just not that expensive to send a bus through the valley a couple times a day for people with no other option. Indeed, while the 84's similarly rural neighbor to the north, the 23, serves comparatively much larger towns, it runs an all-day hourly schedule with extra peak express trips. It's even successful enough to warrant some ominous posters about how no standees are allowed on the route's highway express sections. It just goes to show that transit in rural areas is extremely important.
Salinas,
and
Whoa!
Careful.
To fall down the gap between
boy.
That was pretty dumb.
you can't let me not talk about Philly when this is
Oh wow, that is pretty funny. Okay. That was our last bus of the night. We're in Salinas. It's
Yeah, we're in Steinbeck country.
today went very smoothly. Tomorrow we'll end up in San Francisco. Will we make it past San Francisco? That remains to be seen.
I have no faith in you
Tomorrow's
guys.
gonna be a test.
Maybe we have to leave the hotel at like
The ass crack.
5:05 a.m. or
Yeah.
something. It's 9:42, so we're already getting less than 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
So-
but it's fine. It's
What
to
can
be
you do?
expected.
All right. See you tomorrow. We'll be very stressed.
The next day.
All right, we didn't film a coherent intro this morning, probably because it was 4:45 a.m. We had to walk a ways down the surprisingly busy at this time roads of Salinas to the bus stop, where we boarded MST Route 59, a commuter-oriented bus to Gilroy. The sun slowly rose as this nearly empty bus made its pretty much non-stop trip to Gilroy's gorgeous Caltrain station, built by the Southern Pacific Railroad in 1918.
I like how both of the other riders on the bus are using a skateboard for their last mile commute.
Caltrain's main line from San Jose to San Francisco was electrified in 2024, but the extension to Gilroy still uses diesels for its peak-only shuttle runs to connect with the electric trains.
I think you're using the southernmost clipper card machine in the world.
Wow, in the world.
I think so.
I guess it's more southernmost than that one.
Exactly. We should
Okay.
go all the way down and use the southernmost clipper tap in the world. Yay. Look at this American engineering. No European electric trains here. This is diesel power. This is
Euro trash
where
for
it's
us.
at. This is what American railroading should be. Just loud, clanging noises.
Right. Everybody up at 5:30 a.m. I don't care if you're sleeping in. I don't care if you're just coming off the night shift. Caltrain is coming through.
We are getting like royally passed by the cars, but that is American railroading. Like you kind of have to go like 12 miles an hour the whole time to make the farmers excited.
I thought we liked American railroading.
Hey, we do. I'm just explaining why.
Ah.
It was a very scenic ride, and we did speed up eventually.
How long is our transfer here?
Like 3 minutes. Sorry.
Vending machine length? No, okay.
They were relentless. Rothgar says, I love them just roasting it.
Onto the Euro electric train.
They
now.
really
There was
I mean,
some
they
real
deserved
big
all
city
that
energy
roasting
on
too.
this train, mostly in the way that it was packed with commuters to Silicon Valley and San Francisco. This express train would make its complete journey in just 1 hour, but we were stressed as hell. See, once we arrive in San Francisco at 8:22 a.m., we have 9 minutes to run to our Golden Gate Transit connection, a distance that Google Maps says will take 19 minutes to walk. And here's the thing, missing this Golden Gate Transit bus would mean missing our twice daily Mendocino Transit connection, which would mean missing our once daily Humboldt Transit connection. Our entire plan hinges on this one insane run across San Francisco.
This is a very key plot point, folks. This could make or break the entire trip. This little 0.8 walk. I mean, it is transit, but there's this 1 mile walk in the middle of San Francisco. And this is not a rural part. This is not a sparse part of San Francisco. This is a busy part of town. You're crossing a bridge. You're crossing a freeway bridge thing. I mean, this is going to be a very exciting part of the stream, you all. A very, very exciting part of the video. So stay tuned for that part for sure. Kagama says it doesn't share the message when it tells me. I mean, I guess it just wants you to wait until you're prompted. But thank you for your 5 stream streak. Here is a burger patty to extend our streak burger. We are up to 2 layers. Thank you. And let's see. West Side says, I had to run, so I know the feeling. I've done it too. I've had to do these runs. I don't know if I had to do it for a mile, but I definitely had to do a solid like 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 blocks of running just to make sure I made a connection. So this is scary. And I'm sure they have anticipated this the whole way. Rothgar says, at least it is only once a day. It is only a once a day bus and not once a week bus like he had in the Cross Canada bus trip. That's a once a week bus. And that just kind of reminds you of how impressive it is that Miles can do this much planning. It takes an enormous amount of planning to execute a trip of this magnitude with just transit. Like, it's impressive. And he's got no mulligans. Like, it's all or nothing. We'll just consider the project a failure, and then might do a video on something else. Rothgar says, on the bright side, it is a straight shot, and they don't have to make turns and worry about making a wrong turn. All right, folks. So, let's actually this is a good stopping point. Do you think they make this run? Put a 1 in the chat if you think they'll make this run. I mean, obviously, if you've seen the video, you already know. But if you haven't seen the video, we'd love to get your predictions. 1 in chat if you think they'll make it. 2 in chat if you don't think they'll make it, and then have to figure out something else. We'll see. But we are being told that there is no alternative. Like, if they don't make this, they're done. Like, the whole thing's thrown off. Like, it's not like they can wait for another bus, because that's the bus. So it gets very, very tense here in this video. So go ahead and get your predictions in, and let's see how they do. Let's see how well they do with this this 0.8 mile walk/run.
The Larkspur ferry leaves too early, taking a Muni bus across town is too variable, and Muni Metro is Muni Metro. In theory, we can take the Golden Gate Transit bus after the one we're shooting for, but with just a 4-minute connection in San Rafael on a Tuesday morning at rush hour, it's just not a risk we want to take. Also, by the way, shout out to Jay and Ren.
Right, 8:12. Tightest transfer ever in 10 minutes.
I mean, this train's been running bang on time, which is
Yes, bang. Miles told me last night that in 6th grade he ran a 5:58 mile, which is like secret track star right here.
Back in the day.
I got a 9:06 mile in 5th grade, so that basically is a 10-minute mile, is what we'd have to do right now.
Yeah, I feel bad. I am very anti-taking bikes for this because that goes against Guinness record rules. And Jackson doesn't want to say it on camera, I think, but he's very mad at me for that.
I f***ing hate running. It's the thing I hate most on this planet. I'm gonna be sweaty for the rest of the day. I'm gonna be out of breath. I'm gonna be a corpse. But you know what? It's what we have to do because this has rules. TM emoji, comma, damn it, exclamation point.
I just literally just clicking around in the transit app, stressed, just all right, bet. So we gotta leave the station like a minute late.
Okay.
So
we have to do an 8-minute mile.
They're all ready. They are so dreading this 0.8 mile.
Yeah, we're going left.
Like, they're already
Left to
worried
just
about the
straight
1
down
minute
here.
delay here.
Fourth at any point.
No, just
We
stay
are
on
running,
fourth.
but we are crossing Mission.
Dude, I would do exactly the same thing right now. I'd be fussing over every little micro,
8:19.
every foot of that, of that distance of that,
Try to do
every connection.
on this side. It looks like we're
Running to the right.
We're pretty close to the west side, which is really good.
Rothgar says I would be so stressed. Yeah, yeah. Now Westsider says they are young, so healthier than I am. So 1, they can make it. Roth and Kagame says I won as well. And Kagame has acknowledged, said that's a crazy amount of planning. I've taken Greyhounds from Louisiana and Florida, and for me, that's still not fun. Here we go. Here we go.
it's just a jog, just a jog. We don't have to run. Well, we are running, but we don't have to jog. Oh, thank you.
9 minutes.
All right. Okay. Good.
All right. Now let's pace it down a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna keep up this pace for the whole
Yeah,
time.
no, you're so right. Trolley bus, shout out.
What is this, 145?
Not in service, I guess. Ah, damn it.
Mission is which one?
The one just
The one after Howard. Okay.
next to Market.
We're gonna have to keep the pace.
All right.
All right, after
Like I said, these are busy streets. They have to wait out these intersections and these signals too.
Stop, but we probably shouldn't do that.
Nah, they do it in New York all the time.
You are much better at this than I am.
This is the part where they're crossing I-80 right here. There's the bridge. You see it?
Okay.
This is where the single guy comes out of the ground.
King says, look how far they got before stopping that first time. Yeah, that's pretty good progress, yeah.
It goes full sun. Howard,
Okay.
almost there.
All right, wait. We got, I don't know if the bus left yet.
Left what?
Salesforce.
Okay. Oh wait, it's actually tracking for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's moving!
All right. Wait, there's a thing. We're fine, one more. It's still a while away. Okay. Okay. Walk away. It's the next sign. Yeah, it's that. It's the next sign. Once we're on the bus, you can yell at me, okay? Once we're on board, once we're on it.
We made it. We did the run.
You can yell at me once we're on the bus. So how did we do? What was the timing, ultimately?
So that's the Metreon on the right side. If you see right here, I've been to the Metreon once. It was many years ago. It was like 20 years ago. But the Metreon is a pretty cool like spot. Like they have this really nice movie theater there. I don't know what it's like today, but the Metreon is pretty cool. Or it was back then. I don't know what the Metreon is today, but it was. It's a pretty fancy place. I'm pretty sure I've done this exact same walk, but in reverse. What happened one time was I took like BART, I think, to get to like Market Street, somewhere in Market Street. And then I just walked all that distance to get to Oracle Park. That's where the San Francisco Giants play baseball. So I walked pretty much the same street. Like, I think that's the exact same route I took. I just took it south rather than north to get to the game. That's a lot of walking. All right. Let's see if they made their bus, though. This is exciting.
8:31.
Right. Did I allow myself slightly more
clip card, right?
time? All right. Oh, yes.
Suburban Gillig, thank God.
Thank you so much. We did it.
All right, hit me.
No, it's okay.
It feels like an achievement.
It does feel like an achievement. I'm also like, this is all, oh, we got the dotted seat. We can my legs work again.
We're gonna climb this thing. Oh, barely reclined. Okay.
The single biggest obstacle.
They are so tired.
Lifted. There's no wood I can knock on, but I think I'm very cautiously optimistic.
And that puts us on world record pace for this trip.
Oh, heck yeah.
What cool San Francisco building is this through the dots?
Oh, I wish I could see, but I can't figure out what it is.
Oh.
That's City Hall. What they couldn't? Are they being facetious with that? I'm pretty sure that was City Hall. Let's go back to that.
For this trip.
Oh, heck yeah.
What cool San Francisco building is this?
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they're yanking our chain with that. Like how could you not recognize that building? They hate window dots. I hate window dots too. I think it's nonsense. They always make fun of the dots. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's just it's a lot. It's a little much, right? Catching up on chat though. Let's see really quick. So yeah, when I did that walk in the reverse, I did allow myself more time. Not that much more. I was actually kind of I was getting a little nervous there about missing the game. But Rothgar says those look like nice seats too on that bus. Kagame has rainbow sherbet, lime orange, and raspberry. That sounds great. King says I bet they're begging inwardly for a Starbucks, and so I do think they're just trolling the dots. So, and yeah, I mean, it's always tough. Like, you can't see out of a window like that very well.
Dots? Oh, I wish I could see, but I can't figure out what it is.
Oh, man.
It's a rarity that you can actually see it through the fog.
This is freaking iconic. This makes it worth it. Well, San Francisco, I don't think I'll ever spend as little time in you ever again, but thank you for making this work.
They really did, too.
Our bus was now in the breathtaking Marin Headlands. We could have stayed on this all the way to Santa Rosa for our next connection, but we decided to get off in San Rafael for breakfast and the transfer to the SMART train. Because trains. This bus arrived 15 minutes early, which means we probably could have done the Plan B Hail Mary connection.
We did it, Joe. We're at the House of Bagels.
How was your egg and cheese that you're almost done with? It's pretty good. You don't think of California as being a good bagel place, but I know, it looks so lame. So if we didn't want to kill ourselves running, we could have gotten that bus, which is pulling in now a full 10 minutes early. So could have done that.
It's okay. We got some extra.
I think these trains are pretty cool. I don't even know what they are, but they're kind of strange looking. All right. Welcome to SMART. This train is so nice. We got this nice table. We have outlets down here.
I always enjoy having the table.
Next station, Petaluma downtown. Próxima estación.
Petaluma?
Oh, well, that was a very nice way to get up here to Santa Rosa.
That was a very nice train.
So now we have 37 minutes to make a,
14-minute walk.
Yeah, okay.
Should be pleasant. We don't have to run it all.
Charles Schultz, the creator of Peanuts, lived much of his life in Santa Rosa, California.
Now that is a fun fact.
Oh, no. Well, no, wait, this one's only like an hour and 20 minutes, though. It's not too bad. But that is a truck minibus. With a tin can.
Yeah, that does not look promising. I don't know if they get back to that point, but Santa Rosa is Charles M. Schultz's either hometown or home, but it's definitely where he's from. And he is, of course, many people know he's the creator of the Peanuts comic strip. And so if you ever wonder where Peanuts is set, for the most part, it's set in the same area. It's set in the in Northern California. Although there are some cartoons where they show it snowing, which is odd, but I don't think they're that specific about the location. But anyway, let me just catch up on chat. Rothgar says they did that run before having breakfast, so that bagel had to have tasted so good. King says, I just realized why this channel looks familiar. In the past, they have done videos riding Megabus. I've seen those. Look at that. Yeah. And Rothgar confirms he did a Megabus video from New York to Texas. That was very epic. So, wow, there you go, King. I mean, if you ever want to get to New York, you can do it with Megabus. That's actually pretty... That's gonna. I don't know how much that's gonna cost, but it'd be worth trying if you had like a whole week. Might be pretty fun.
And fare box with fares effective July 2014. We're really getting into the fun stuff now. I love the song, the one that goes like. Interesting instrumentation.
These sound like some genuine bagpipes.
If I'm not mistaken, we are now privy to pirate metal. But I could not be happier. Whoa, yes!
This incredible music was the soundtrack for our journey through gorgeous California wine country.
Jackson, you remember this song?
The 66 is the first of 3 routes on 3 different agencies that form the North State Express, a once-daily series of coordinated local routes from Santa Rosa all the way up to Crescent City near the Oregon border.
I'm really glad that they showed that, because I can never make enough of a point that there is still so much California to go. Once you get past San Francisco, you might think that San Francisco is like towards the top of the state. It's really not. It's only like kind of the middle. And so you still have all this countryside that's north of San Fran. And so they've got a good amount of time. Like, you're probably going to be there for like 2 or 3 more hours on the bus, maybe even 4 or 5. So we'll see where this takes them.
The service was created 2 years ago to replace a former Greyhound route. So not only does it make it eligible for this local transit trip, but it's also an astronomical improvement over what came before.
Ah.
Kyle was our destination, and luckily we had a long enough connection there, 80 minutes, to grab a delicious lunch from Stan's Maple Cafe, despite the sweltering hot 15-minute walk to and from the bus stop. In our connection in Ukiah,
that actually, like, that meal looks really good, by the way. King says, I used to get from Austin to Houston for like $3 round trip. That's an amazing price. Hopefully it was comfortable enough to make that worthwhile. Kagame says, I didn't know where in California Schultz had lived. I knew he was born in Minnesota. Yeah, Santa Rosa is his home, or it has been his home, or was his home, I guess, at this point. I think I remember spending a couple days in Santa Rosa one time. I was there for a family member's relative of a relative. A relative of a relative was having a wedding. And we drove up from like from my hometown up to Santa Rosa. It was not my immediate family. It was like my aunt's family and I went up there. It was pretty interesting. And so and when I was up there, I was made well aware that Charles M. Schultz had a long life there and lived there for quite a while. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Kagame, that's cool. It's cool stuff, right? Yeah. Let's see. Rothgars is so Kingston, California is huge. It really is. It really is. Rothgars is so much beautiful landscape. Yes, 100%. And I feel like there's more natural beauty in the northern part of California compared to the southern part. But on the other hand, there is a lot of really neat, unique things happening in Southern California too. Like the mountains are great, and you've got so many epic coastline views, beaches, things like that. The beaches are not really that abundant in Northern California. They're more known for like forests and like hills and like trees, and that's that kind of thing. But the views are nonetheless very majestic. So it's just like they're completely different vibes, and yet it's the same state. It's wild. It is indeed a very big state.
Transit leg of the North State Express.
Yeah, he throws so much shade at Greyhound.
3.5-hour odyssey that would be the longest single ride of the trip.
Oh, this is a real minibus. Jackson, we're spending 3.5 hours on this.
All right, 3.5 hours in this.
I guess I will say this is one of those low floor minibuses, meaning that there's no jiggly wheelchair ramp. There's just other things to jiggle, like the driver's shield and probably the roof and probably the windows and just kind of the entire bus in general.
Despite the less than ideal digs, this was one of the best bus rides of the trip. The 101 started as a scenic highway, but things got even better when it narrowed to 2 lanes, winding its way through redwood forests. But the true highlight of the ride was when we got to a 20-minute rest stop at The Peg House, a hamburger stand / gift stop / dispensary complex in the middle of the woods.
So we get like 20 minutes at this rest stop up here. Look at this ancient payphone. Yeah. And here's the visitor center, which is just a little shack.
We passed a sign that said next exit, drive through Redwood. Have you seen
pictures
of that?
I'd check to see if we're close to one, but I have no cell service up here.
Yeah, right. No cell service either.
All right, then it's an option. You can do it.
Find something?
Wow, we got
live music. This is the best rest stop ever.
is it Steve Leggett was his name?
Steve Forbes.
Steve Forbes. It's a pretty cool kind of acoustic.
Yeah, right.
Very fitting for our environs.
After the best rest stop ever, it was time for more winding through redwood forests. I'm almost inclined to keep talking just so you can see a couple more shots of how gorgeous this scenery was. But eventually, the land flattened and a coastal fog rolled in, letting us know that Eureka, California was drawing near.
Apparently there's a tsunami watch out here on the coast.
And it's extreme.
Extraordinary threat to life or property. Oh, I see. There's an
Foreshadowing.
earthquake 80 miles southeast of a very long name. But where are we? We're in Crescent City, 11:55 p.m. So, in a hotel at that point.
This is a taco watch. This is a taco warning. There's only a watch at this point. So.
Right.
What an incredible bus ride to have
I don't know
started
what they
out
mean by
in
taco
sweltering heat of
watch,
Ukiah
but-
and ended up 150 miles later in the chilly coastal weather of Eureka. Our connection here was brief, so we took refuge in an extremely sad bus shelter waiting for the last transfer of the day.
Oh God. Well, there's something. Some horrible truck minibus. 20 to Crescent City.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God, that's a beast.
This is quite a minibus. Very cool. Where are you going? Crescent City. Sounds good. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Welcome, friends. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. It's nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Thank you for bringing y'all in. Now, the one thing I haven't tried with this new setup yet. Oh. The appendictorate. Appendictorate. Thank you so much for the raid. Not always, Alex. Welcome in. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate your raid. How was your stream? I know you were collabing with Mocker today, so I hope that went well. Shout out to Not Always, Alex. Playing the Fortnite thing? Yay, very nice. You're playing. How did that go? Who won? Or was there? Where did you both win? I don't know, but thank you so much for the raid. It's great to see you, and I do hope that. Hey, Ferdane, good to see you too. And of course, we're excited to have Ferdane join us on our program, on the Sandwich Show for Pets of Twitch coming up on Friday. So I'm very excited for that. In fact, Friday on Pets of Twitch on Friday is going to be quite an exciting time. We're going to be on from 4 p.m. Eastern all the way to 10 p.m. Eastern with your round of 32 coverage. And we have 16 incredible matchups to bring to you, and all the play-by-play and analysis and other features that go with it. And we'll also have an interview with our friend The Carrot. I'll tell you more about that in tomorrow's stream, but it is going to be a really fun time. And yes, Fredane will be there. Congratulations to Fredane too for is it 3 years? 3 years on Twitch. And Fredane celebrated that himself. It was really great to see Fredane and John Oakwood back on Sunday for what was a really, really great collab stream. Friday will truly be March Madness. Yes, indeed. Can't wait. Mark and Alex's Mark totally carried us totally. I can see the authenticity in your comment. 3 years on Twitch, 13 song exceptions, 1 Davy's eating sandwich, and 2 awesome friends. My friend Fredane and John, you all are great, and I'm really excited to hear from both of you tonight, and also come in the days ahead too, of course. So, Alex, is crazy how you said Mark and I started. How Fredane, Mark, and I all started around the same time. That's true. But I'm really grateful for it because y'all are so much fun. Like, Alex, you're fun. I've been in your stream many times. Mocker, of course, is incredible. Like, is very fun, but also a remarkable organizer of events. As you know, the Streamborn Music Showcase is coming up this summer in the Netherlands. And then for Dane, same thing, like 13 song exceptions, and they've all been really, really, really impressive showcases of multiple streamers playing music at the same time, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you do it with the magic of technology, Verdane has done remarkable stuff. But although this one was even better than that because John Oakwood was in studio. And the thing about it is, Verdane, before we continue our watch along, did anyone say anything about how John Oakwood was going to be in studio? Because that was a very pleasant surprise. I was like putting it on, like, oh yeah, John, and but I was like, wait a minute a second, he's in the room. Like, holy cow, like that's so good. Like, that's impressive. That is impressive. Yeah, greatest minds of the of that particular Twitch generation. Verdane says, 'twas a surprise. We filmed a fake intro. Look at you. That was a very impressively carried out surprise. Great job out of all. Great, that's a great GG's to you and to Talo for keeping that secrecy, organizing all that. Because I know you said that you were doing a lot of planning, but I was just thinking, oh yeah, I mean, song exception, you got to do all these layers, Zoom, it's gonna be a lot of stuff, but it's much bigger than I ever could have anticipated. So kudos to you, my friend. Like, that's really, really cool. Go back and watch the first 10 minutes, getting so much fun. We shall. Did you shout out King's Free Dane's channel? That's another thing I learned this week. I finally, after like 3 years, figured out how to pronounce Free Dane's name correctly. It's Free Dane and Friends. So yes, it only took me 3 years, but listen, like it also took me like 4 years to figure out that. To open the Bean Boozled jar, you just pop it up and it comes out, and the bean comes out. I used to like shake it out of the thing. I was completely unaware that there was already a dispensing mechanism inside the jar. So it takes a while for me to learn things. Oh man, MJ, what's going on? Can we give a shout out to Oh Hates MJ? Just MJ. It is not just MJ. It's nice to see you, MJ. I knew nothing. Aha. But yeah. That's a really fun time. Really fun times. So yeah, follow all these people. Everybody follow everybody. Thank you, but also why? Why? Because you're very good at playing piano and you're very cool. That is why. So yeah, follow MJ for show. But yeah, Alex, thanks for the raid. We are doing a watch along of a YouTuber, Miles in Transit, and what Miles is doing is crazy. Miles and his buddies are going all the way from the Mexican border to the Canadian border using only public transportation. That means no Greyhound bus. That means no Amtrak. And now you would think, how did they even get past Los Angeles by doing that? But they did. And now they are actually all the way up to Eureka. But there might be some trouble ahead as we look into the stream. So feel free, if you all have rated in and want to keep watching along with us. We have been tracking this and watching and reacting. It's been fun. Let me see. And no flying. Yeah, that's right. No airplanes either. So this has been really great. Hey, Mocker, how's it going? And I barely got kills. Oh, man. I hope there's a VOD. Now I want to see how this went down. Mocker has powers everywhere, and Mocker says it's a problem. But I'm glad you all had a good time on playing Fortnite. So big shout out to our friend Mocker Plays, of course. It's so good to see you again, Mocker. And good luck to Coda in the next round. I should have graphics to like put all this in, to display all this to show like our promo coming up, and I will. In fact, you'll see it over on Instagram pretty soon as well. But the point is, be there on Friday. You get to vote for your favorite fur babies and inanimate object babies too, and edible babies. As they all go to the round of 32. And again, it's gonna be an insane day. It's probably the most exciting day of the entire tournament, undoubtedly. So, all right, folks, let's see how they did over here in Eureka. This is Miles in transit. This is Miles' friend. Marcus, oh yeah, I definitely didn't forget about your DM. That's all right. You're fine. You're fine. All good. Gonna be a lot of flying fur. Get a dustpan. Good thing for us, we have a vacuum cleaner in the tournament, King. Like Vacky's gonna be in there too. Okay, let's get back to this.
Seems like in this part of California, there's a direct inverse correlation between the quality of the bus and the quality of the scenery. Once again, I'm inclined to talk for a bit so you folks at home can admire the coastal views from here on the back-breaking RCT-20 truck minibus. This journey was a further 2.5-hour odyssey, and it also had an incredible rest stop up its sleeve.
Where are we? I live in Redwood National Park. We just like.
Yeah, I mean, just to add to Miles's point, the idea that like the bigger the bus commute is, the smaller the bus is, the longer that goes. It's like, it's kind of cruel that this little, like, what do they call it? Like minibus, microbus, truck bus, whatever I think they call it, truck bus. These rickety truck buses that rattle all over the place are the ones that go the longest distances. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, but somehow it works. For Dan to see, vengeance for Vacky really pops. Justice is overrated. Interesting. But we see the justice for Vacky and vengeance for Vacky chance starting once again. We'll see if Vacky can make the run and avenge the wrongdoing from from last year in this year's Pets of Twitch 2026. It'll be really fun. Mini truck bus, he said. Yeah, that does not sound like fun, and it does not sound comfortable. So, and this rest stop does not sound comfortable either.
Hold off at this beach overlook.
I think this is like a bathroom break, because that one went to the bathroom.
All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom as well.
Now it's time for a bathroom review.
Woo.
Oh yeah, so I'm told this is like a thing with national park bathrooms. It's just a hole in the ground.
Oh no.
Show you what's in that hole.
This is like the most ethereal beach I've ever seen. Look at the way it's being lit by like the little sliver of sun.
Like, folks, did that even count as a bathroom? Like, I could have made a tub in my living room and it would have looked about the same. Like, MJ says, "Oh, I thought it was done." Have a good lurk, MJ. Rothgar says, "Total outhouse." Yeah, it really is. It really is. Vertain trying to get people behind the secondary ad campaign for Vacky. We love to see it. Rothgar says, "At least it was vented too. It is still a step above the base model." Dang. Cogmus says, "I've seen people tape the bathrooms at park camping grounds, and that's what they are like." Yeah, I mean, it's sort of a if you have to situation, no doubt. But look at what but this might right here, what you're seeing right here, this might make up for it.
What a place for a break.
I know, right? We don't have that much time, I know, but only like 3 minutes.
That bathroom was disgusting, by the way.
That was one of the worst bathrooms I've ever been in.
We do have 3 minutes.
Did I correctly hear you in the next stall doing a bathroom review?
Yeah, 3 minutes. I wonder if there's enough time to run and touch it.
smells really bad on this boat. It smells like decaying.
All right.
Okay.
That could be the ocean that kills us tonight.
Yeah, right.
But what can you do? Might as well touch it.
There were a few other surprises in store here on the 20.
A sign informs us that we've entered the tsunami hazard zone, which unfortunately is very relevant tonight.
One of the riders on this bus is a geologist. He said he doesn't think it'll be a big deal, but I guess we'll see.
One thing I love about this route is the way it serves natural areas, and the deviation to Prairie Creek State Park and its elk was particularly memorable. We also made a long diversion to Klamath Glen, a former resort town wiped out over several floods in the mid-20th century. It's now a town in the Yurok Reservation, which was actually doubled in size this year in the largest land-back conservation deal in California history. Our driver was also a speed demon who took every opportunity possible to pass innocent camper vans on the road, increasing our earliness and making the effects of the truck minibus even more potent.
I think Miles is getting a little bit nauseated, and I'm starting to get a headache.
This is not a trip for the faint of heart or the easily
This
emotional.
really is not.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Did that remind you of that one scene where, like, remember when Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory? Like, everybody was on the boat, and then they're like, they're just going through the river really fast, and it's like, no, but know that where we are going. The tunnel, yeah, the boat scene. Exactly. It looks exactly like that. It's like, is it raining? Is it pouring? No one knows.
Fresh air. Fresh air.
Solid ground.
I mean, look, that was an amazing ride, but it was very jiggly.
Quality of life wise. Good lord.
Where are we? Crescent City.
Crescent City. All right.
Oh wait, Front Street Inn. We're right here.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Can't really beat that.
You know what we're getting tomorrow?
Should I be scared?
That exact same route goes further north. It's just this variant doesn't. I really hope it's not that type of bus.
I hope not either.
So Patreon gets to see the review of this very interesting looking motel, but you will see us tomorrow. Yeah.
5 minutes later.
This is like one of those phones, you know that Jerry Seinfeld bit that's like, don't talk to me like that, and then you slip.
Oh, that's the tsunami. Tsunami warning. Uh-oh. You are in danger. Oh, that's a little scary.
Okay. This is kind of like the worst place to get a tsunami warning.
Yeah. Apparently Crescent City has a history, actually.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that guy's running back with his dog now.
Yeah.
Rothgar asks, did they do better than 200 miles this day? They had to have. I mean, they were on that rickety bus for like 3 hours. I feel like that was well over 200 miles. But look where they ended up. So much drama. So much drama.
People are kind of leaving.
Receive something to tsunami?
Tsunami warning, yeah.
Yeah.
It's modified to include the coastal areas of California from Cape Mendocino to the Oregon-California border. Estimated start time for Crescent City is 11:50 p.m.
Okay, wait. Let's see what the evacuation area is.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is pack up our stuff and be ready to.
Yeah, we literally just checked in, so we didn't even get back.
Oh, you
yeah.
did?
We don't have. Yeah, we don't have a car though. That's
Yeah,
our
so we're
issue.
doing-
Crescent Elk School seems to be the assembly point.
Let's kind of play it by ear.
Yeah.
If you
Sure.
need anything,
All right, well, thank you very
the
much.
one next, we're all together. So.
All right,
right,
appreciate it.
great.
Thank you very much.
What's your name?
My name's Carol.
Carol. Good to meet you. Miles.
Miles.
Jackson.
And Jackson.
Yeah,
All right.
nice to meet you.
We'll watch out for each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right back at you. What transit options are there in the area? Like, is there something that could... None? Okay. All right, well, should we go to the school?
Well, I have to say the beachfront motel is not looking as nice as it did 20 minutes
now
ago.
Now got the tsunami warning.
Carol, the very nice one we were talking to in the room next to us, who we really should have exchanged numbers with, told us that there's apparently like a citywide alarm that'll happen. Oh yeah, okay. Tsunami evacuation route, that's helpful.
So this town does kind of have a plan.
Okay, so there was a kind of hysterical woman who was like, they just issued a tsunami warning, get your ass up to 9th Street. It just feels like there's different amounts of urgency. Like that woman was so terrified.
The alert is a little bit...
It said you are in danger.
Right. A series of powerful waves and strong currents may impact coasts near you.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Should we, we're walking to the school right now. Is that the...
Where are you going?
We're from out of town, but
Oh, sure.
have you encountered these tsunami warnings before?
Yes.
In town? Like what?
Last
what is...
year. If anything goes awry,
Yeah.
if my house is clear, come back here.
Oh, thank you.
I got 2 guest rooms. You're from out of town.
Oh.
That is really kind of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Thanks
very
so
much for the
much.
jug of
We're
water.
just an older couple. It's a safe haven.
So last year, did you actually like end up getting a tsunami? Like, was it a minor tsunami, or did like
We didn't
nothing
get one
happen?
at all.
Or, okay.
Didn't get one at all.
You know what? It's always good to be prepared, though. You know.
2011, they had a pretty nasty one. It destroyed the harbor.
Oh, here. Wow.
There's the f***ing warning.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Wow.
If we see you, we'll pick you up.
Should we go? The school's also listed. The Crescent Elk School.
That's
Is that worth it,
terrifying,
or?
folks.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Thank you very much.
That
Jeez.
you hear that?
Oh my God.
Oh boy, folks.
Hello.
So that's part 1, everybody. Holy smokes. Was that not an exciting cliffhanger to end on? Now, part 2, we're going to get to that in just a moment. I think... Let me cue this up. Okay. That's not your grandpa. That's a tornado. That's not your grandpa tornado warning. Yeah. I know. Rockgar says, what a way to end the video. That's crazy. What... It really gets your attention, like, oh, holy shit, what's going to happen here? Are they going to make it? So here we go. Rockgar, because I mentioned in the chat that you'll notice that Miles did not show, like, random people's faces. And I thought that was a very smart decision. And Rothgar adds, he is very good about not showing random people in his videos. Yeah, that is wild. So, let's start part 2. I'm gonna go put my dishes away while you watch the recap of part 1, and then I'll be back on mic as they roll along part 2 and catch up and chat thereafter. So here we go, part 2 of the Mexico to Canada journey using public transportation. This is quite exciting stuff. Calgary must be terrifying. Literally left the day they called mandatory evac. You left. Oh, I see. You left literally the day they called mandatory evacuation for Hurricane Laura. The job I had back then didn't want anybody to leave. Oh, you hate to see that, but you made the right call. But now let's see how Miles and Jackson do over in Eureka. Did they make it out all right? How did they manage the situation? We're gonna find out.
We're traveling from Mexico to Canada on local transit, but right now we're stuck in Crescent City, California because a tsunami is coming and the world's scariest siren is letting us know.
Yes, go this way. So I guess we're safe now, I guess.
Out of the zone. 9 is the end of the zone. Oh my God, this is one of the most terrifying things I've ever heard.
I'm glad we got the water, just
we
in
got
case.
some clean water.
Did we get our names? We didn't even get our names.
No. You're so generous.
This must be the place where they're watching them. I saw some like screens. Maybe they're watching the weather or something. Alright, that's very loud. Well, I guess I can check off having an air horn siren dictate
I'm not
an
sure
evacuation in my bucket list.
I'm not sure I ever thought I would ever hear a tsunami siren in real time.
Alright, so this is the school. That door was open. I don't know if we're supposed to go in there. There's no one parked. They tell you to go on foot.
It looks like everyone's just driving out of town. So, like, is there going to be anybody here?
I hope so. Oh, it's not open. I made that up.
Try that front one.
Yeah.
Nobody's here, I swear to God.
That'll suck. Alright, let's try it. This doesn't seem... Why would they list this as a stupid...
It's fucking locked.
Oh my God. Okay.
Let's try some more entrances. They listed this on... Oh, this had just like debris. Yeah, this one's not open.
What's the damn point? I mean, there's some people parked here, I guess.
This is like the nicest entrance.
That doesn't look good. Yeah, no. Okay. The high school is listed as the other evacuation point, but I don't trust the map anymore. Oh God, okay, this map is from 2010.
Okay, yeah, all right.
We're walking to the Walmart via the high school.
Walk.
I think at this point, like, I feel pretty safe up here. I think it's mostly just having like an indoor place so we can just hang out, you know?
Right, because it is kind of getting a little bit chilly. We seem to be hanging out in this parking lot a little bit, actually.
Oh, okay. All right, we found a spot here at the high school. There actually are some other people around.
There's
just
some cars in
hanging
the
out.
parking lot. There are people like walking around. We're just gonna like hunker down here for a little while and see what happens.
I think I'm just happy to like be in a place where other people are. It was very quiet at the elementary school, and it was scary.
The quiet was really eerie, especially after that siren.
situation.
It seems like they should like just unlock the school and let people hunker down inside. It's kind of funny that literally Crescent City is the place where this is happening. Look at this.
Wow.
Like localized upgrade to tsunami warning for just Crescent City.
Wow, we're in the epicenter of this thing. Oh my god.
It looks like the expected wave heights haven't increased and remain low.
Yeah.
And it just says, you know, don't be close to the beach. So,
Right. Which we're not. Just Crescent City.
yeah.
They must feel targeted right now. It's like it's just this little like 2-block area where we're at right now. It's got to be a trip. We're like, everything's fine except for this city, which you're in. When we need to get through the city in order to do this massive commute. That is just, boy, what are the odds of any of that happening all in one sitting? But I mean, it's just how it lined up. I didn't want to catch up in chat before we continue this part of the video. Rothgar says, being in a town with no transit and no car of any kind of disaster, with no transit and no car in any kind of disaster is a special kind of scary. And King says, we might drown suddenly, but at least we got water. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, great. I picked a great place to have a layover tonight.
No, not your. How could you have known? This
That's true.
day is just the weirdest fucking day.
So they announced the high school as an evacuation point now officially, like on Facebook.
So more cars have started coming in, which gives me a little bit of hope. So hopefully, if things really get f***ed, we can just kind of walk around and ask some of these people if we can get in their car.
It's just they've updated the alert to 36 hours, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, exactly. And it says like first wave is never the highest, so this could be like a pretty permanent situation.
I guess I'm just hoping that like city people show up at some point
to like offer some direction. Yeah, exactly.
Right now,
but like, how many city people are there? This city is tiny. Wait, look at that.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
And you weren't there. Like right after we talked, like
yeah, right.
really shortly after.
That
all of a
siren
sudden, the siren went off and everything.
Yeah.
We're like,
yeah.
Look at that. It's the neighbor that from before.
oh, you would.
Yeah, we already started like walking up.
The
Yeah.
elementary school.
Well, thank goodness, but
Yeah.
I didn't know you, so I went and knocked on your door.
We felt so bad. We should have gotten your number.
Okay.
We,
I know, I thought that too. I'm like,
Or was that the lady from the
I
hotel?
didn't figure it was
It might be the lady from the
I
hotel.
know.
right? If you would like to sit in a car,
Oh, that would be lovely.
Is that okay? Yeah, I
of
really
course.
appreciate
It's
you.
kind of cold out here.
Mitty, good to see you. Welcome in.
Just like, well, it's 10:30.
What is this we are
Well,
watching,
yeah.
Sandwich Lover?
Yeah, they're gonna do a live stream.
Oh, let me go. Yeah, we should catch up, Mitty, on all this. So Mitty, we are watching a YouTube watch along of. We are doing a YouTube watch along of a YouTuber, Miles in Transit, and what he loves to do is he loves to make commutes from really large commutes using only public transportation. So there's no Greyhound, there's no flight, and there's no Amtrak in these routes. And so this journey, which was linked to me by Rothgar Aurora, is a journey all the way from the Mexican border all the way up to the Canadian border, which is really impressive. So far, they have come all the way from the Mexican border to Crescent City, California, which is just a little bit right around where Eureka is. So they've got quite a ways, but now they're in the middle of a tsunami warning, and so with that much terror, with that much uncertainty, they have no car, they have no way of getting out, but they might have some friends that might be able to help them, and that's where we've left off. But nice to see you, Mitty. Yeah. It was the lady from the hotel. Okay, yeah. I thought that lady was familiar, and I wasn't sure exactly who that was, but it was the lady from the hotel because we saw them chatting in the balcony. And Mitty, by the way, we will. We also are going to do some game show watch-alongs right after this video, but it has been really, really fun to follow along. And Mitty is currently eating a ghost pepper chicken sandwich. Pump that up too. I feel like Mitty's like outpacing me with sandwiches lately. Like Mitty's got some great sandwiches. Like big time props to you, Mitty. That's really great. Ghost pepper chicken. So then would the ghost pepper be like in the sauce, in the batter? Is the ghost pepper in like on top of it? Like that sounds great. Score advantage Mitty, absolutely. Absolutely. What drama, what chaos over here in Crescent City.
But they can't figure out how to do it, it looks like.
Oh my goodness.
But here, just listen to this.
Can't thank you enough for joining.
Oh, both the sauce and the batter. That sounds great.
Do some YouTube app.
So they're forecasting, little over 2.5 to potentially nearly 5-foot tsunami wave. The potential is that when the high tide comes around 3 a.m., that water could be exceeding the highest high tide. And in that case, you could have water that's inundating normally dry land.
I can't believe the only safe spaces are parking lots. They're not opening the building. Not the height. That's crazy. I feel like we found you guys and at least have like a warm car.
Right? Thank you guys again so much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe. We'll be back with you here tonight or tomorrow morning as updates need to happen.
Oh, it stopped.
Well, that sounded like that was pretty much it.
They released an updated map that still had our hotel in the area of danger. There weren't any available hotels that night in the safe parts of town, so we decided to make the 2-hour drive inland to Grants Pass, Oregon, where we had been able to find a couple spare hotel rooms.
All right, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
You guys, are you locked in?
No, I just figured it out. All right, we'll keep in touch. Great to meet you. Oh, you can hear it ringing in there.
There it goes.
So this is a necessary exception they had to make in order to accommodate this tsunami situation. I think literally everybody who subscribes to this channel and everybody here in the Sandwichverse would understand that situation. I was very much willing to forgive Miles here. They did not drive a car. They just got a ride from someone. I don't know if that's normally considered part of the rota, like taking a ride from a friend, but those folks from the hotel did them a huge solid, we think. Let me see. Mitty says, it also has habanero, jack cheese, onions, lettuce, and sweet peppers. Yum. It sounds like a really spicy sandwich. And so you've got it in the sauce in the batter. So you fried it up. That is so good. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Hello, we are checking in very late, and we were wondering if anybody could assist us. We booked the...
I know the first thing you're going to say is, well, their first mistake was booking a travel lodge, but they are out of options. This is not exactly Las Vegas. Like, they don't have that many choices for where to stay. And it's already like 11 o'clock at this point, I think. Right, Rothgar? I don't know exactly what time it was, but it's already pretty late in the day. So, like, the odds of them getting a room that's available is kind of a very, very slim shot. So, they do have a lot of challenges here. Rothgar says, it is just so funny that the one day they chose, the one city on the entire coast has a tsunami alert is the day they are there, which just blows my mind. But I guess that's just chaos that can happen sometimes. But just the odds of that have to be incredible. Kagami says, I think I'm going to make... Well, no, I'm not an AI guy, so I would prefer Kagami. If you have some recipes you've been thinking of, I would love to hear your recipes. I'm not terribly interested in AI recipes. But if you happen to make your own recipe, I'm all ears. But that's funny though. That is funny though, Kagami. It's lethal with spice levels, says Mitty. Oh man, we got like two brewing. We have like two shows here going on. We have the Miles in Transit show and the sandwich show. They're literally a sandwich making like its own sandwich show. But yeah, I like it. I feel like Mitty is on his way to making a cookbook. I've already seen some great descriptions here by our friend Mitty. I've got to get some sandwich recipes for you. Yes, definitely send those along for sure. Your expertise sounds really good here. So just to recap, so Zizzy's the Wheel of Fortune expert. Jordy is the Price is Right expert. King is the grilled cheese expert. Kagame is the Cajun food expert, and Mitty is the sandwich and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire expert. So we have a lot of expertise in our chat, and Rothgar is the expert of many different trades, including things like public transportation and the purveyor of other enthusiasts of public transportation. So this is great stuff. King says grilled cheese and food comps. Oh yeah, food comps too. Right, food comps as well. I'm also your video editor and audio expert. Oh yeah, you definitely. Hence your name, Midi Moonstorm. Correct. Now, did they get a room? What do you think, folks? Like, we can do a quick prediction. Do you think they get the room? One's in chat if you think they find a room here, or find a, maybe not here, but do they find a room for the night in this town? If you think so, get yourself a 1 in the chat, and we'll find out. A poll. Yeah, let's do a poll. Make it like a 1-minute poll. King. Do they get a room for the night? We'll stand by. We'll wait out the poll, and then we'll continue the video and see if you're right. Rothgar says, I think the Miles in Transit official sandwich would be a bagel with cream cheese. That is usually what he gets on Amtrak. Oh wow, it's about right, because it's like the best on the go type of sandwich. That's not bad. Okay, so thanks for the 1 calculator. You can also vote in the poll. I obviously can't vote on this because I know the answer, but if you have if you've watched it, or even if you haven't watched it, or if you've watched it, or even if you have, you can definitely get a vote. And I like the confidence that everybody's voting yes so far. We have 4 votes for yes. It's good news. Good news. Incidentally, if you like this video and want to see more like this, you can go to Miles in Transit's YouTube page. It's linked in the chat for you to enjoy. I think the yes is going to win this poll, and then we'll pick up where we're at. But isn't that just exciting? Like, you've got I didn't, the way I said that sounds so cavalier. I didn't mean it that way. I'm like, isn't this so exciting? They're in danger. They're about to get a tsunami. Like, their lives are being threatened. That's not what I meant. I'm just point is, this is very tense and very exciting. And I do hope they do get a room here, and we'll find out if they do. So yes wins 4 votes to 1, and let's find out. Our expertise expands. Yes, it does.
Room around 11 p.m. last night. The reason being
tonight.
Yeah, tonight. We're evacuating from the tsunami. I have my reservation number.
It's weird that they would have a reservation and still get denied like that. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But again, when you book something with Travelodge, you get what you get. But it still doesn't make sense. It's like, if there's a this is kind of interesting because, like, Jordy mentioned Seinfeld last week. I'm like, it's like Jerry Seinfeld's car reservation bit. Like, but that's what keeps the car here. Like, if you don't, anybody can make a reservation, but it's about the holding of the reservation, and that's the most important part. So, like, yeah. Rothgar says, happens when the website does not connect with the desk. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good call, Rothgar. Kagami says, hotels do weird things, even when you book directly with them. That's weird, too. Midi says, I've had that happen at hotels before. Online, they may say you have a room, but they actually don't have a room. Ouch. Kagami says, I've had my share of fun when evacuated. Well, I mean, I've had my share of fun when evacuated, unfortunately. I've had a couple of moments where I had to evacuate, but I don't think I've had it that bad, because when it's happened in the past, I've had relatives to stay with, so I've had options in that regard. So I've been a little lucky in that regard. I've not had to resort to a hotel room or a shelter or a high school to like take refuge. So I'm very lucky compared to a lot of other people. Yeah. King says, yeah, I've had to deal with it. I've booked accessible room to a hotel. Then when I showed up, they were like, we're out of accessible rooms. Come back in a few weeks. Did they really say come back in a few weeks? That's just absurd. Midi says, I've been through a Cat 2 hurricane. Yeah, that can be that's got to be so scary, friends. Yeah. Kagami says, the amount of hotels that kicked me out because sports team came in was insane. In your area, I can see that, yeah. That's no fun. King says, come back in a few weeks. One might open up. That should be illegal. Like, but what do I know? Anyway, let's see if these folks get the room.
I'm sorry, but I mean, like, it was... obviously you don't have it. It was available on the website, and we, like, booked directly from the web. I obviously not trying to...
Certainly not going to charge you or anything. They got it with a third party. How many are you?
2.
The suite has a bedroom that is ready, but the entire living room where 2 beds are
Right.
is pulled apart.
We could probably...
I don't mind you guys sleeping in it, you know what I mean?
We could probably... We could make the bedroom work. Yeah, exactly. No. Alright, really appreciate it.
She accidentally left this room available, even though it's kind of torn apart, I guess. Oh, this is fine. Wow, she made it sound like it'd be horrible.
Yeah, right. I can live with this.
Okay, so this is like the completed bed.
This is like the complete, yeah, right.
Oh.
All this stuff is like on the chair in there, right?
Yeah, it feels doable to sleep in one of those.
Exactly.
We have
What
success.
happens from here, but something will happen tomorrow.
This was our 22-hour adventure day.
I know, right?
And our previous
Oh,
hotel
yeah.
key, which I never returned. I have no idea what to do about that, but...
No idea what'll happen.
Yeah.
The next day.
Oh, look at this. First view of Grants Pass in the daytime. Thankfully, it seems like the tsunami, there wasn't much to it. The waves were smaller than they expected.
Miles looked on the Facebook page for Crescent City, and he said today they're having a farmer's market, so it evidently can't have been that disruptive.
The bus...
We're going back.
So luckily the tsunami ended up being very minor, with only Crescent City Harbor sustaining any damage. Still, I'm glad we evacuated just in case things were much worse, and we want to thank Carol again for thinking of us and getting us out of town. Same goes for the woman in Crescent City who offered her guest room and gave us a jug of water. We're sorry we never got your name. Today is a catch-up day. We're taking the Oregon Point bus back to Crescent City to spend another night
What a
there
huge
before resuming the trip
what a huge
tomorrow.
solid that Carol
Even though
did
the
there.
awful minibus used on this route, the worst one of the trip to be honest, would feel right at home on many of the local services we've taken thus far. The Point is an inner-city service whose tickets can only be purchased in advance through Amtrak or Greyhound.
That's wild. Chat, let's go catch up on more chat though. Wait, before we do that, look at that giant bug, that giant fly over the the bathroom. What inspired someone to create a giant a giant fly on I don't understand. Why is it a fly? Are they known for flies? Like, I'm not exactly sure what the origin of this is, but yeah, and then everybody caught that they still had the key from the old hotel room that they were at back in Crescent City. But notice that the key was a key; it wasn't a card. So that just tells you how different things are over there. It's a much more rural area, so they didn't have the fancy technology to use a swipeable card or a tappable card. It was just literally a key with that little rubber attachment. I mean, once in a while I do see rooms like that. Like, I do see keys like that. I mean, they happen with Airbnb, certainly, but I mean, what I mean is to see it at a hotel. It's been a while. It still happens from time to time, but again, it's when you're really going out there. It's when you're really going out there doing a big adventure on the road, and you're in not the busiest cities, of course. But yeah, on the room that they stayed in, everybody in chat's right. That room actually looked pretty nice. For what they were dealing with, that seemed like a decent room for a night for sure. It got them through the night, and you definitely could have so much worse than that. King says, Calgary says, I'd be fine with a room like that for the night. King says, I still have the room key to the embassy suites from downtown Houston. Oops. I'm sure that one's not such a big deal, because those are just the key cards. Calgary says, a bunch of hotels I was at used key cards, and they were like, whatever, they cancel when you leave. Okay, yeah. Sounds about right. Rothgar says, that is such a tourist trap thing to have. Yeah. It really is, Rothgar. Midi says, what the fuck? What the fly? Yeah, what the fly? Kagura says, well, you know what it's like, what flies like to, you know what flies like to fly around. I was certainly thinking in that direction too. I'm like, well, it sounds like the flag was smelling what was underneath that roof and wanted a piece. Let's see. Mitty says, only at one bed and breakfast have I seen that in the last decade. Yeah, an actual key, right? Like, that's just like, it feels like ancient history now to have that. But this video was done last year. So pretty nuts to see that that still exists. But it does if you go to remote enough locations. Yeah. How about that?
It's up to you if you want to write off the entire journey because of this, but as far as we're concerned, this was a non-canonical deviation, and we'll be rejoining the local itinerary tomorrow from the exact same place we ended it last night.
I feel like a bit of a chump.
A little bit.
She was like, oh, we knew nothing would happen. But she seemed so...
Yeah, so blasé about it.
Apparently, we were the only people who left.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like anything got damaged. You got to see the city.
Oh, gosh. But I get it, you know, like if you've never been around that area before, if you're not from California even, like, I get it. Like, I think everybody would, any of us were, if we were in that same exact situation, we would have done the same thing. We would not have like toughed it out. We were like, but maybe we'll just take our chances. It's like, no. We need to make sure. But it is very interesting to note that they actually went back. They literally were already in Oregon when they were when they stayed the night at the Travelodge, but they literally went back to Crescent City for the express purpose of continuing the itinerary. They are very committed to fulfilling this route, and they want to do it from the exact same point using the exact routes they have. Because to show it to you here, this is Miles right here, and his buddy Jackson. This is where they are. This is where they went back to. So when the people, by the way, I don't know why the other couple were in that hotel. Like, what were they doing? Like, why were they visiting Crescent City? I mean, I'm sure there's a reason, but when they drove him back over here, they drove all the way over here. Like, they were practically in Medford. Like, this is way over here in Oregon, right? So they went back from that the next day back to Crescent City to pick up where they left off. Because you can see, if they tried to resume their commute from here, Miles would not have the plans and they would not have the bus routes figured out at all. Like, it would be weird. Like, it would probably be more work than it's worth to attempt to try to reposition themselves into here from Oregon and going northbound. So I think that's why they just decided to just pivot back over here and start over. I hope they return the hotel key too. I don't know.
He wasn't wiped off the face of the earth after yesterday, but
yeah.
Well,
the next day, we rejoined the canonical local transit trip back on the RCT-20 using the same old truck minibus as last time, but with a much louder soundtrack.
Oh, memories. Do you remember hanging out here when there was a tsunami? I guess now you get to see our evacuation point in the daytime.
Yep.
And I'll be happy to never see it again.
Yep.
The bus made its way to Smith River, right on the border with Oregon. However, according to the driver, a dispute with the Tolowa-Dani Nation pushed the transfer point with our next bus, the CPT Coastal Express, back to this odd stop outside of the
Rothgar says they are back at the hotel they were at, so they presumably they got the key back. I feel like they did too.
Little minibus.
This first bus would only get us part of the way up the route, but with a full trip cost of $24, it was actually a bit cheaper to buy a $20 punch card offering $22 in value.
And luckily they were approved by Dana Hall, so we know they're legit.
Right, I think we're not traveling on any.
And he says, I feel that you would like the channel jet lag.
Oregon welcomes you.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
So now they're officially in Oregon.
After picking someone up directly from his house and doing a special deviation so he could pay his rent, we got dropped off in Brookings. We had an hour and a half here to check out the...
Oh man, Brookings. It's a thing. You're going to see. But before I do, Rothgar says the only people who left, but yeah, being non-local makes it way different because you just don't know what you don't know. It's true. Like, and you can't predict the future either. So like, honestly, I can't blame them.
Surprisingly massive Fred Meyer, visit the absolutely incredible Mill Beach, and grab some KFC for the next trip. This continuation of the Coastal Express was an over 3-hour trek, which, as the name suggests, offered breathtaking coastal vistas. Our driver Jane was quite the character, regaling us with personal stories of driving buses, making dresses, working at the zoo, and witchcraft.
This is Port Orford, where the bus is actually signed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, now you're not gonna leave
This
without
is
us.
so random.
Yeah, good point. We're running a Ray's food place to go to the bathroom and get the driver a water.
It's also clear that she really cares about the citizens she serves. At one of our stops,
And I did love that Mitty's comment. That's hilarious that the punch card was cheaper than just one ride. It's always funny how sometimes that works out.
she noted that one of her regulars hadn't gotten on the bus in several days and promised to call his wife later to make sure he was okay. Jane was less positive about the bus's terminus in North Bend, wishing us luck on our 45-minute layover in what she referred to as crap country.
Okay, I kind of thought this would be like a mall looking at it above, but I think it's just a strip mall.
Crap country.
That's a real mall.
These are some 90s ass Burger King chairs.
Oh, that's cool. There's also this really jank little escape room with some nice AI generated artwork, which really makes me want to do an escape room.
All right, well, maybe Jane had a point. Now, our next bus was the Sea
That's literally what I was saying.
Express, for which
That looked
reservations
awful.
are strongly encouraged.
But evidently not super required, and I didn't want to make one because that would go against our rules.
For this trip, I'm actually going to skip to the end and let us discuss it retroactively.
That bus was a ride where we were like scared to talk or move. Jeez Louise, I'm glad to be free of that bus. That was the most unfriendly bus driver in the world. So we get on the bus. This guy comes running up to the bus and says, hey, my grandmother, I think, and I have to get on this bus. We have to go to Florence. And the driver says, well, I'm about to leave. And the guy says, all right, that's okay, just a sec. And the bus driver is like, she's like grumbling and everything. She's like complaining because it's right at the time of departure and getting the wheelchair on board is gonna like make us late.
It only sounds like that when it's an extreme pain.
She gets back on the bus after the wheelchair people are in place, and she says to us, by the way, you should ask me before taking my picture. She said, what are you doing this for? And we said, oh, we're taking a transit trip up the West Coast. And like most people are kind of friendly when we say that. And like, oh, that's interesting. And she said, here in Oregon, we like people to ask before you take their pictures. So it was like a very tense situation already. But then, right as we're pulling out, the guy says, oh my God, I still have my father's credit card. Can you stop the bus really quick so I can get out and give it to him?
Yeah.
And she says, young man, we are already 4 minutes late.
I'm sorry, I gotta go.
She starts driving off.
Yeah.
Which is like awful. And like, I would forgive those people for being really upset about that because we got to every subsequent stop early.
Like 5 minutes early, we just sit there.
Oh, we arrived right on time. We would sit there to hold for time. And she drives this bus every day and knows the padding. So she was just denying these people the opportunity to get out and give the card to the people out of meanness. So anyway, we didn't get any other ons and offs the rest of the time.
I know.
And then we just kind of like, here we are.
All right, how about we show off a good bus ride now? We can.
Yeah, so, man, like, that's a lot to unpack there, right? But that happens in public transportation. Like, most people who drive the bus, they're solid. You know, they're decent. They're even really nice. They're really helpful. And then you get that one asshole. Like, every one out of, like, I don't know. What number do you want to put there in that chat? Like, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 12, 1 out of 20. But when you get to that one asshole, it is miserable. And that's what they had over here. And it's like, come on. Would you just slow your roll? Like, goodness. Good. Hey, Kroger. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Rothgar says small town rivalries are real regarding the crap country comment. It's a true story. Small town rivalries are very real. King says they have surpassed $100. $100 to travel all the way from the Mexican border through Oregon. Pretty dang impressive. But Kroger, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a nice night. We're having a really fun time watching this video, and I hope you've been enjoying it too. And this is day 5. When you consider that one of the days was completely lost due to the tsunami, to the tsunami scare, they've covered the majority of this ground in 4 days, which is like, wow, that's really, really good. That's really good. King says the punch card saved their butts. Sure did.
See the attractions we can visit on this bus on the side of it. Okay, we'll do a 5 for the 2 of us.
You going to Yellow Hats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Oh, hi.
I'm going to say this really fast before we continue. I will tell you, because I spent a solid amount of days in Oregon. I think I spent maybe 3 to 4 days in Oregon between like the time in Medford, Crater Lake, going to Portland, and then coming back. I knew when they got on that when they started doing this project, they started doing this commute, the one thing I knew, I didn't know a lot about how this was going to go, but I knew that Oregon was going to be the most interesting part of this adventure for me. And surely what you've seen so far has been every bit of that. Oregon is such a unusual place. It's a very interesting place. You have people who are very nice and very helpful, and then you have like real curmudgeons, and you just never know what you're gonna get. And so it's all over the place when you get to, and there's a lot of backwoods country in Oregon, and sometimes this is what you get, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad, and sometimes it's ugly. So that whole scene with the travel lodge, like I've been to parts of Oregon where that can happen. So yeah, I'm not. It's always going to be a real box of chocolates for anyone that travels through the entirety of Oregon. Once you get to Portland, obviously that's pretty cool. But Oregon has a lot happening, and but yeah, I mean, it's like I've seen both sides of it. I've seen people who are really friendly, and I've seen people who are really not.
Oh, Jackson, do you want the window?
I don't know.
Oh, you sit there. Okay.
Is Oregon the most strange people in the West?
Oh my God! Look at the dudes. Yeah, I might need to run over.
Yeah, and I can't. Honestly.
The clouds are like in the you can see the cloud. I can't even describe it. Oh,
it has the potential to be, Midi, absolutely.
25 miles an hour for the.
But look how beautiful it is. Like, look at how beautiful these trees are. Look how beautiful that ocean
Never
is.
seen anything like this before.
It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Holy smoke, we're gonna tunnel. Then we're gonna come out, and I'll bet it'll be another amazing view.
Oh, so Midi's not asking the question. Midi is making a statement. I'm saying Oregon is the most strange people. I respect that so much because I've lived it for about a week. So I am not one to argue with you either, Midi.
So I guess we're
3, 2, 1. Oh yes.
There's a guy and a dog out there on the rocks.
That is crazy.
Must have been challenging to get there.
Oh, hey, bud. Aw.
This is Ted. There's 2.
Yeah.
There's Buddy over there who is 16 and incidentally deaf. I don't think we should let that define him. Oh, we're getting into town. Look at this.
Oh, this is like a great town.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks a lot.
Yep. Okay, that was by far the most gorgeous bus ride I have taken in my life.
Yeah, which we were saying about the North State Express, but
Yeah,
this
right. This
actually
easily
did beat
trumps
that quite a lot.
Yeah, the North State Express was phenomenal, but this one was like whatever's beyond phenomenal.
Because I've never seen anything like that before. I've never been above the clouds by the water.
Some of the most gorgeous sightseeing I've ever seen, and from a bus window, no less.
I know.
Holy moly. And so the town where we're staying, Yachats, looks really cool. We're only a couple blocks away from this delightful little commercial strip that had a guitar shop, like a winery, a little bookstore, an ice cream shop, a couple restaurants. So, all right, I guess the first order of business is to check into the lighthouse where we are staying tonight.
Yes.
And then we can explore the downtown a little bit more.
But you only get to see the lighthouse if you're on Patreon.
The next day. Okay, so losing a day to the tsunami actually had some pretty big implications for this trip. Now we wouldn't be able to get up to Washington until Saturday at the earliest, but several routes in our plan up there only run on weekdays. Since this meant we were effectively down for the count until Monday, we decided to slow the trip down a bit, starting by taking a later bus out of Yachats. Hopefully you're seeing from the footage here why this was a great idea. Yachats is a pretty magical place. And expensive.
This was $17.
Wacky. I guess those go hand in hand.
All right, so we're heading out from Yachats.
That little plate was $17, pals. Like that. No, like I've been desensitized by California prices over the years, but that's just something. So we're saying that that's what it costs without like eggs. There's no eggs. There's no eggs. There's no eggs. If there were eggs, I'd understand it, but I don't think there were any eggs. Did you see any eggs? We can go back and look at this again. Let me see. I have to go back. Slide back here.
Down for the count until Monday, we decided to slow the trip down a bit, starting by taking a later bus out of Yachats. Hopefully you're seeing from the footage here why this was a great idea. Yachats is a pretty magical place. And expensive.
This was $17.
Wacky. I guess.
No, I don't think I saw. No, it's. Let me. I mean, okay. I counted like 6 slices of toast. I see some sausage. I see a little bit of an orange rind and butter. And they were kind of skipping on the powdered sugar on top of that. It's like, I mean, I'd give it to them if they gave the coffee. But no coffee, I'm not so sure. Yeah, just the French toast and make it maybe one piece of sausage. Plate of French toast with an orange slice and butter. I mean, listen, like I said, I'm no stranger to $18 breakfast in California. I'm not. But I would like to think that we had bigger portion sizes than this. Biddy says that plate would be 9 to 12 in Florida. For sure. Like, and I'm not even saying... We're not in California at this point. We are in Oregon, folks. And it's cost this much. They don't have a state income tax. And somehow this still costs $17. Like, all right. Let me catch up on chat a little bit more before we go. Mitty says spend time in Bend, Oregon. And also Portland. The people are something else. Yeah. Yeah, Kagami said one time I was told that Oregon is where the old hippies live. Yeah, but I might be down with the old hippies. Like there might be, it's a mix of people. I think the hippies are certainly part of that. Yeah. So, but old hippies could be definitely very strange, as Kagami says. So, Rothgar says may have strange people in Oregon, but they did blow up that whale on the beach that one time. Goodness, that is something. Rothgar says, maybe you got to take the plate with you after you were done. I should hope so. That might be the only saving grace here. King says, no state income tax. I figured out how they get their money back. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, Mitty. I don't think hippies are the worst either. I think...
I guess those go hand in hand.
All right, so we're heading out from Yahat's at, what, 1:39. This bus leaves at 1:45. I also love this livery. It's really neat. Okay, if I do $6 for both of us? Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Should we do the luxury seat?
Yeah.
As we make
it's funny how they have that cash box for the
I
fare.
want to take a moment to talk about the amazing Art Deco bridges along the Oregon Coast Highway.
Ooh.
Most of these were designed in the 20s and 30s by a single master builder, Conde McCullough. Each of his many bridges is a work of art, and ODOT has gone to great lengths to preserve them along this scenic coastal road. On this bus, we passed over one of McCullough's greatest works, the Yaquina Bay Bridge, heading into Newport.
We have 3.5 hours here.
It looks like there's a lot to explore.
Here we are, the start of US Highway 20, the longest state highway, the longest US highway.
Oh, the water's warm. What?
Whoa, wait. What?
The water's warmer than the air.
What an enigmatic staircase.
I don't like this.
I think you're technically allowed to walk on it.
We're not looking up because that is scary. Nonetheless, we are safe on this sidewalk here.
Welcome to Bayfront District. I really thought this was going to be a touristy area, and it kind of is, but there's like industrial activity happening too. Oh, smell the fish. Oh, yeah.
A lot of this smells pretty rank, but...
No, it smells awesome.
We have a difference in opinion.
So we're out here on the dock of...
We are out here.
Clearwater Restaurant. What did you get? So Jackson got some like pasta shrimp.
This is one of the best things I've ever eaten. This is like foodgasm territory.
Man, I just downed my clam chowder and it was amazing. Ooh, green onions.
Green onions.
I gotta check that out.
Green onions, incredible pasta, and free postcards.
What a legend.
Oh wait, this is a remake of it with a really bombastic drum part. This is not the original 1962 Green Onions.
That's a good year. Yeah, that sounded like a remake. I gotta figure out where that restaurant is. That looks really good. I mean, they were blown away by that seafood you all. Might be worth a visit. In Newport, Oregon. Mitty says, rankly awesome or awesomely rank?
Feels like the single shelter isn't really enough here. Oh, I see. They just took the benches out of these shelters so one has to just hang out around them. That's pretty awful.
Newport was a blast, and we still had some great bus rides ahead of us. This LCT North County bus was the busiest we'd been on in a while, yet also extremely homey. The driver and other passengers enthusiastically pointed out viewpoints and attractions along the entire
look at that
ride.
view.
Hey, did you know that Depot Bay is supposedly the world's smallest harbor? This is another McCullough Bridge, too.
Now that is a fun fact.
The 50-minute transfer to our next bus was at the Chinook Winds Casino, which was depressing. Luckily, there was a beach nearby to pass the time.
Why is the bus stop here if all the buses board from here? Yeah. There's our bus coming.
We're on a different agency now, the TCTD, but it feels much
You see that Tillamook County? Does that not sound familiar?
Sharing a unified Northwest Connector website. Nice one, guys. Dusk was falling as we made our final trip to the coast until journey's end.
I mean, you see the word Tillamook and you inevitably think of cheese. It's like, like you're saying, ooh, Tillamook, ooh, cheese, yeah, cheese, yay. Yep, Mitty knows. Mitty knows. Cheddar.
In Washington. This was Pacific City, which felt nothing like its Atlantic counterpart in New Jersey. For better or for worse. There was also a great rural transit moment where we picked someone up from their friend's house in the middle of nowhere.
That was really cool, Mitty.
All right, very suddenly.
Mitty says he's done the tour for cheese and ice cream.
Favorite cheese on planet Earth. Have a really good night.
Oh, they just did a shout out to that place. Watch.
Where we picked someone up from their friend's house in the middle of nowhere to bring them into town.
All right, very suddenly we've entered Tillamook.
Home of my favorite cheese on planet Earth.
Hey,
have a really good night.
Thanks a lot. I find it fascinating that we are definitely in farm/cow/dairy country. It smells like manure out here.
Oh, it smells like manure.
This should probably be reserved for the Patreon director's cut, but I don't care. Look at this ultra rare Champion Bus CTS RE that was parked outside of our motel. Only 7 agencies in North America ever had them, 6 of which were in Oregon. This was an insane find, and you get to look at it because it's my video. I can do what I want.
The next day.
Okay. This next day was extremely straightforward. 1 2-hour, $15 trip on the TCT.
King has reported that's a 90-mile day.
Through Tillamook State Forest to the suburban traffic of Portland, which was jarring to see after being in small towns for so long.
We are in Portland.
How about that? MJ says, I'm free from work and I need to eat. I'll sign off for the night, but much love, Davy and everyone. Thank you, MJ. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks for stopping by, and shout out to our pal, MJ. Good to see you again. Ooh. I'll tell you what, Mitty, I would love to do that tour of Tillamook. I definitely, even though I've said what I said about Oregon people, I would definitely like to see Bend and Tillamook, because Bend is the home of a lot of great craft breweries, and Tillamook's the home of like one of the finest cheese companies ever. So the best cheese and the best beer. I'll say, I mean, those are two things that Oregon has in its favor. And then Portland, which has got a lot of interesting things happening over there. They are also the home. Portland is the home of Voodoo Donuts. So if you're not familiar with them, very, very creative place, Voodoo Donuts.
Been passing all this really cool density, a bunch of apartment buildings surrounding really leafy parks. We've gotten a good first impression. Thank you.
City. It's a city.
We're in a city for the first time in like 4 days.
We'll be back here.
We had a great weekend in Portland. You've seen some of our adventures here on this channel already, with more to come. But the trip started up again Sunday night.
I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going.
Welcome to Union Station on the Yellow Line. This is a very clerical but canonical trip. We're just going up to enter Washington. This is a big deal.
It's really funny how Portland really is the only city in Oregon. I think the closest thing to a city in Oregon after that would be probably. I think the other one would be like Eugene. And it gets a lot more rural after that, you know?
All right, I think we're in Washington.
All right.
State number 3.
Hell yeah. Also, you know where we're getting off?
Where are we getting off?
Next stop.
Oh, wow.
We were probably our only one-stop ride the entire trip. Vancouver.
Canada.
Thank you. All right, tomorrow's going to be an...
Not yet, buddy. Vancouver, Canada, still a state away.
Next day. All right, good morning.
It's the last day, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Welcome to the final push for victory. We're covering all of Washington in one day, and more specifically, I'm doing a speed run from Vancouver to Vancouver so I can catch my red-eye flight back to the East Coast tonight.
If we miss one connection, we're down but not out. If we miss 2 connections, we're pretty much going.
Play ball, or don't play ball.
The quick C-Tran jaunt up to the 99th Street Transit Center was easy enough. Shout out to Taylor, by the way, a C-Tran planner who randomly recognized us on the bus, and we had plenty of time for our thrice-a-day connection up to Longview. This route was previously run by the Lower Columbia Community Action Program, but after they lost funding, River Cities Transit was thankfully able to secure the money to run it themselves. Honestly, I think it's in better hands being operated by an actual transit agency.
Did you see that Bill Stuffing stick?
Most of our buses today are highway express routes, and the 511
Ooh,
is no
nice.
exception. This is why we're able to get through Washington so much faster than Oregon.
Thank you.
Hey, you have a good one.
All right, welcome to Longview. Oh, hi, Sunny. West Coast Sunny.
We had a short connection here at the beautiful River Cities Transit Center onto the 45, which was a quick ride across the Cowlitz River to the Kelso Safeway. Our transfer was long enough to grab some lunch for later on this jam-packed day, and then...
A lot of people are transferring from the first bus to the second bus to the
What
third
the
bus.
hell? Oh, God. Okay. I thought this... Okay. Well, all right, let's do it. We're going to fit on this?
So how many are going?
Me and him.
So we have room for 6 easily.
Okay.
No, it's no charge.
Oh, that's it.
We have about 20 minutes left in this video, and we have 300 miles to go per King Dam Breaker. Rothgar says, it is so weird to see bills being used in transit, not coins for everything. Yeah. And you thought minibuses were bad. Yeah. Holy cow. This looks like an airport shuttle bus, and it does not look like it's suited for a long journey.
Another Centralia bus is free.
Okay. I wasn't expecting this to be the jankest bus in the entire...
Got the honors.
Yeah,
of course.
Closing the door. I guess it's worth noting we're leaving them in early, but we literally can't fit anyone else on. So I suppose, what else can you do?
King says it's not Greyhound. See, just remember that. Like, no matter how jank it gets, it's still not Greyhound.
I will say, for how jank this vehicle is, it is not at all jiggly.
The jiggly quotient is 0.
Every stop, it's like, please, no one be waiting. I don't know what happens, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But no one here. Well, it's somewhere out there, but we cannot see it.
Yeah, we know Mount St. Helens is there.
Ooh, okay, there are 2 people here. I'm curious what will happen.
I'm going to have the other bus pick you guys up on full. He's coming here in just a couple minutes. Purple to brown. I'm hoping you can pick up 3 riders at 68 on full, actually. Yep, your guys are good. He'll be here in just a couple of minutes. I imagine.
Alright, good. Crisis averted.
Remember how great the River Cities Transit Center was? Well, it doesn't feel like Lewis County funded buses quite as well. But, you know, there was a novelty to getting dropped off in the middle of a parking lot masquerading as a transit center named after some induction charging technology for sketchy retrofitted gilligs that, at time of filming, didn't actually work. But also, I'm a sucker for a good pulse. That's when all the buses at a transit center arrive and leave at the same time for easier connectivity. That's what Lewis County does, and it worked great. Next stop, Olympia, the capital of Washington.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Oh, hi. What's your name?
Evergreen Transit.
Oh, good to meet you.
Yep.
I think we're fleeing. We're going to get on a 620.
The 620 is right over there.
All right, cool.
Oh, that is exactly the info we needed.
Contrary to its name, Intercity Transit mostly runs local service in and around Olympia, but we were on their express route to Lakewood, complete with personal reading lights on a city bus. Intercity Transit generally runs a pretty impressive network, but soon after filming this video, they split this route we're on into express and local variants.
Wow.
The express speeds the trip up by nearly half
So
an hour.
could they do
but
this
with a
journey
serious
again
drop
next
in
year?
frequency to
I don't know.
both. We're
Or
talking
this year?
hour-plus gaps on a route that used to be half-hourly. I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly.
Oh gosh, you can smell the fire here.
Oh yeah, Washington. And we've been to Washington. I've been to Washington a couple times. We know that well
All
too.
right, how we doing? 12:25.
Rothgar says, so nice of the driver to tell him that another bus is coming. That is really nice of him. I saw that. That was really, really doing him a solid. It's very cool that he has that.
Yum.
He's looking out for the other passengers.
Sarcastic.
Smell this.
Ugh. After so many minibus
Vending machine food is so bad. Like, because people have asked me over the years, like, what is my least favorite sandwich? And it's like, the answer is, I never had a concrete answer for a lot of time. But then I realized that vending machine sandwiches is it. Like, that's that you can only ever eat them when you have no other option. I think Miles and Jackson had no other option because that just did not look good on any level. And we're up to 132.75 in this commute, which I don't think they've accounted for. Rothgar, if you wouldn't mind sharing with us, like, I think that's just the price of the transportation, right? Because the rooms that they stayed at each time had to have been at least like $100, if not more, and maybe even significantly more. So this is just the price of the buses and the trains, but the actual staying, the accommodations are like an extra $100 each time. So like, when you plan a trip like this, be aware of that. Like, you're going to be spending probably about $1,000 in lodging. Yeah. Rothgar says, I think that is just bus cost. Yeah. I thought so too. Yeah. Rothgar says, anything out of a vending machine is totally valid worst sandwich. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Kagama says, depends on what you are getting from a vending machine, but yeah, I'd not be getting sandwiches from one. Even if they just loaded the sandwiches in there that morning, I still wouldn't get it. It's so overly processed. It's just not good. It's just not good. I've had it like once, maybe 2 times, and that's all I ever needed to have. That's the only number of times I ever need to have something like that. Rothgar says, I just looked it up on the Greyhound website, and from San Diego to Bellingham is 165 and takes 30 hours with 2 connections. 38 hours with 2 connections. Worth it? I don't know. I don't know. This is certainly more fun, like doing it this way.
And Gilligs and whatever other crap.
So much crap for the past week. Now we finally get a classy bus. This is the most excited I've been in like a while.
An articulated Excelsior. It's a suburban Excelsior.
You know where I'd be sitting.
Oh God. Oh, I'm not sitting there. Good Lord. These seat moquettes are crazy. It's like this weird, wacky map.
Jack's in it for the adventure.
That I can't quite parse. And we have to test the recline.
They have recline?
But that's nice.
Wow. You may be able to recline.
Mitty says, only a peanut butter and jelly from a vending machine in the U.S. Yeah.
Sound Transit's comprehensive network of express routes across the Puget Sound region never fails to amaze me, and it's fun to imagine how mobility in cities like Boston would transform with a network like this. This route to Seattle runs every half hour at a minimum. Sunny unfortunately had to get off in Tacoma, but this was where our cadre of Seattle's best foamers really expanded.
I'm Andrea.
Hi, Zach.
Ethan. Alex.
I'm sorry.
You did this trip long
did this
ago.
trip a year ago in the other direction, and so this is very full circle to be a part of Miles's trip now.
Very exciting.
Right.
This was the best crew to have around to explain what the hell was going on when our bus left the highway well before it was supposed to.
You're on reroute. Okay, for context. Sometimes when the traffic gets too bad, they'll reroute onto Airport Way to bypass I-5.
My friend did look like pretty destroyed earlier, so this is probably
the ramp closed.
We're going all the way on Airport Way.
Is that good or bad for us?
So this is probably going to add, I'd say, about 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
We're not fully cooked, just lightly toasted.
We're getting some bonus plane foam here.
Yeah, exactly.
Our options are basically take
you
this.
probably do want to take the train.
You want to take the train?
Basically, the multiple trains.
Are we doing trains?
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to the bus race. I've had drivers going 55 through here before.
Wow, great impression.
We can easily make
Oh God, are we gonna make this?
I made this.
We're gonna make it?
We'll make it.
Okay.
Full send?
All set.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's that time again.
Oh God. When do we tap?
On it?
Okay.
Someone get him.
Oh jeez.
They made it. Nicely done. Rothgar says, it may be lightly toasted, but is it fresh? Because it has to be fresh here. Ahaha.
Seattle out to Linwood on the other side, where the best bus of the trip was waiting.
One thing that's all the buses we've had so far on this trip have had in common is they have had one deck.
Yes. This
one does not.
This exceeds everything I could ever want.
Decks we have gotten so far on any bus.
Imagine they rode the bottom layer. It's such a disappointment. They did not. They went to the top. Very good.
I still got room on us.
No, I won't be annoyed.
And yes, I know we could have saved 50 cents by taking the just as frequent and just as fast community transit route instead, but that bus would have only had one deck. Checkmate. Despite the reroute scare on the 594, we were thankfully still able to make the trip on the Skagit Transit 90X that we had been shooting for. Third to last bus. This is the home stretch.
All right, we've had a changing of the guards. All the Seattle foamers are gone. Now we have Bruce with us.
Unfortunately, we hit a snag. Boeing's massive factory in Everett has a shift change at 2:30 p.m., so this 3:10 p.m. bus was getting caught in the rush heading north of the city.
Are you checking the bridge? Yep. We are stuck in just completely standstill.
Just a reminder to everybody out there, Seattle has traffic too. And it can be gnarly.
40 minutes ago, and it's only one lane through here too. So we're gonna be here for a while.
Oh, good.
King says, I had a pen pal from Everett, Washington in my youth. Very nice.
It's a drawspan. Look at that.
Rothgar says, it is really cool to see such a variety of buses on this trip. And even some gems that we weren't expecting, like the bus that they showed us a bit ago, where they only had like 7 of them or 7 lines.
This is the
7 lines that ran that bus.
Shut down to 1 lane.
Rothgar, when you were driving in Washington, like, did you experience that too? It seems like everybody does.
Alright, Bruce is going up to add the driver to hold.
So I think I drove in Washington for a bit on various trips, and yeah, same thing. I've kind of experienced that.
Really?
At certain points of the day.
Annoyingly, we have to deviate to the South Vernon Park and Ride. This deviation is the difference, probably, between us making the connection and not.
Alright, it is now officially 4:10.
This is terrible. It left, and we're right there. We're gonna see it. We're totally gonna see it.
God, it left a minute late. If it had waited like 2 extra minutes.
There's a bike.
That's really frustrating because it's probably
Transit center's right here. We could have there is a red light. Do you want to try to run across the street?
Which doesn't stop. I mean, I don't see the point. It's fine. We can afford to miss this connection. We just kind of get a rough connection next.
God.
Alright.
Just shows you it doesn't go perfectly.
Yeah, fart your ass, stupid bus.
This is our first misconnection. I mean, like, the tsunami was kind of a big deal. That threw us off, like, for a day. But this is the first time, like, a bus left without us on it that we were...
Fart of frustration.
It's gonna happen now.
Right, I hope it's good that we're using up...
But yeah, I think it's the first outright misconnection they really had, right? Like,
I hope so.
Here's the scary thing. That bus we were just on was 15 minutes late. If our next bus is more than 8 minutes late to Bellingham, we missed the last bus of the day to the Canadian border. We just have to hope that nothing else goes wrong and... Oh God, what's going on? So the inbound bus, the 80X, is running 11 minutes late. It can still leave here on time. It gets in at 5:13, leaves in 5:15, but if it gets any later, it could cut into that 8-minute window we have.
It could spell a premature end to this odyssey.
man, could you imagine that? Being that close to the finish line and having a premature end. That's got to be so scary for these folks. Now, Rothgar, answering the question about traffic, I don't think I ran into any really bad traffic when I was driving. The last time I was there, we got into some traffic on the way to the airport that made me stressed out. But we made our side trip to see a waterfall and then to the airport on time. Oh, good news. I'm glad you made you made it to the airport on time. This is for King. It's a hydrate. Thank you, King. Oh, I felt good. So yeah, Rothgar says that was the one connection we saw. That was their first misconnection out of the entire trip. So they're doing pretty well for themselves. And then, so we're talking about Bellingham. Mitty says, my uncle lives in Bellingham and my aunt. That is so cool. It's good to have relatives up that way. The Pacific Northwest is so beautiful. King says, you looked nervous and parched. I probably was nervous and parched on their behalf. Rothgar says, I feel like this trip is much riskier to do south to north because you are on buses at the end. So if there is bad traffic like they have, or if they can mess you up right at the end, but going north to south, it is trains at the end, so less impact from traffic. Yeah, because like I think once you get to LA, or even like once you get to Oxnard, from Oxnard that's all train. Like you can do Metrolink to Union Station, and then you can take Metrolink again to get to like Orange County, and then you can take like a coaster or something like that from somewhere in the middle to get to San Diego, and then San Diego just has a light rail to go from Santa Fe Depot to the border. So it's like, yeah, like you can pretty much probably a good like 35% of California is going to be train. That's pretty good. Ironically, because like we are not known for public transportation in the South, but we have these key connecting rail lines that actually make that worthwhile. So it's funny how that works. Okay. Well, we'll see them enjoy their Wendy's and see where this goes.
Well, so be it.
Hey, you haven't been traveling up the West Coast for 8 days. No. 9 days. Just to add some intrigue here, there's a wreck in Bellingham. Thankfully, the ADX made up time. So it's here. We're still gonna let the driver know that we're transferring just in case something horrible happens.
Hopefully it's uneventful from here on out.
Hopefully. Bye.
Yeah. See you, Bruce.
I like all the buddies that they run into along the way. That's like really cool. It's cool that many people have gotten to know these folks, particularly Miles.
All right, leaving on time. That's good.
Yes.
We can't be more than 8 minutes late.
This is just kind of a Hail Mary at this point. Don't know what's going to happen. It's good that the totally destructive misconnection only happened with 2 buses.
Okay, folks, I'm gonna go step out and get some water, but I'll be right back.
Yeah. Get into the Canadian border. It's not far to get us to our destination.
Of course, I need to get to my flight, so there is some additional stress after that, but you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay. It's a bit of slowness right off the bat.
Oh. Alright.
Chad, are we cooked?
Possibly. It seems like we're getting out of the traffic zone, at least.
Whew, it's pretty good this video is being either recorded or released in November because we are about to chuck and ride.
The chuck and nut park and ride. At which we are 3 minutes late. Which isn't bad. We can be 3 minutes late.
Okay, we can.
Just can't be 8 minutes late. I haven't checked that slowdown in Bellingham in a while. But
maybe it's best to not know.
Okay.
I gotta make a left turn out of this park and ride.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube.
Oh, I caught that right on time. Wow. You know, it's interesting. We went a very long time without an ad break on that video. So, yay us. That was pretty good. So, okay. So the iPad Mini is ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect it now. We won't be needing that for a little while, but it's good to know that it's there. Anything else? Not really. I think we're good to go. Let's go finish this out.
This is probably the most scenic route we've had all day, huh?
I guess fingers crossed we are going to get to the coast later briefly.
Yeah. Oh, great news. The slowdown's just gone. This is where it was, and now we're able to do it. We're just taking the exit.
We were getting off at our last park and ride, which is pretty close to downtown Bellingham here. We are not getting back on the highway.
Right. We're just straight to Bellingham now.
Okay.
We left there 3 minutes later, looks like, which is good.
Fingers crossed.
All right, we're closing in on Bellingham here. It's urban. Thank you. All right, well.
All right, we are here at 6:04. It's only 2 minutes late. We were kind of consistent that whole time.
And I think the 75 is running late.
We were so stressed. We're gonna make this.
This is good for you, but bad for me, because I don't have a lot of time up at the border. All right, it suddenly jumped to 20 minutes late.
Right. So this connection isn't gonna be stressful, but the connection of Miles to his flight in Vancouver is
extremely stressful. Oh God, it keeps getting later. I don't know where it's coming from. All right, I'm checking Pantograph, and it says it's coming from this 49. This is very helpful. You can see the block of the route, which is what the vehicle does. So if it's coming from the 49 is supposedly coming here in 2 minutes. So like, I don't know why it's still saying the 75 is gonna leave in 24 minutes, but hopefully that will fix itself. Oh, it just changed. It's saying 2 minutes now. Oh, okay, I think it's gonna, well, this is the berth, so I think it's gonna, all right, we'll follow. Okay. We'll see. All right, yeah, it's coming around. All right, that was so weird. What the hell was that? Way to scare me for no reason. Oh, nice.
All right.
Nice. Only a couple minutes late.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Sorry for the little delay.
No worries.
No worries.
All right, here we go.
6:13. 3 minutes late.
Our last bus.
Yeah.
So we are going to the Canadian border on public transit.
Yes.
We thought there was a small little outside chance it wasn't actually going to happen, and Miles was going to have to panic and like get to his flight so he couldn't take any more days off work. Yeah. But we are making it to the Canadian border.
Good Lord. Good Lord. All right, like so many buses today, we'll just be flying down the highway. I think we're like 10 minutes late, so hopefully we can make some of that up.
Is this I-5 again?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been the I-5 day.
Really? Yeah.
All right,
coming in on voiceover for a sec here to let you know that if you couldn't get enough of this trip and have way too much time on your hands, there's an 11.5-hour director's cut on Patreon. Also, Jackson wrote all the music in this video, and he has a new album out called The Tri-State Area. Buy it on Bandcamp or stream it wherever you get your music. My favorite tracks are R32, Work, About the Music, and selfishly the Trenton Shuffle and Time Off, which are the ones that I'm on. Anyway.
We're really getting down there.
We're getting close.
It's been real.
Yeah.
We're actually able to make this happen. By me, I mean Miles and his scheduling.
Well, that's you guys at Grants Pass.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. Well, anyway.
We almost died in a tsunami.
Mitty says off work as if YouTube isn't his main job. Yeah, I guess he does have a full-time job on top of this. That's kind of remarkable. But yeah, King noted that Miles has 100,000 subscribers. That's fantastic. That's really good for YouTube. Like, I feel like it's tougher to get that many subscribers in YouTube compared to other platforms like TikTok and Twitch. Like, I feel like compared to YouTube, like it's easier to get it's easier to get each 1,000 subscribers or followers and what have you. So, so kudos to Miles for putting up some great content. 11-hour watch along when we reach 11,000 followers. Well, when we reach 11,000 followers in 92 years, yeah, absolutely. Do an 11-hour watch along. I actually have the perfect content for that too, because I saw a video posted. Well, I saw it yesterday, but it was posted a few days ago. But they, one of the game show channels on YouTube actually posted a 12-hour Peter Tomarken marathon to commemorate Peter Tomarken's life. I think, and I'm like, why did they do that in March 2026? And the answer is because I think it's the 20th anniversary of when he died. Way too young, of course, as everyone knows. So I was like doodling around, like scrubbing through it. I'm like, yeah, it's actually a pretty comprehensive marathon. So if you do want to take a look at that, just look up Peter Tomarken marathon, and it's pretty amazing. Rothgar says the 11-hour video would be an epic watch along, Davy. The 11-hour. Oh, like watch this, the one that they were talking about for the Patreon. Oh, we should watch that for like yes. Shoot, we don't have to wait for the milestone for that then. Maybe we should do that. That would be really fun. So like basically extended cut of this for 11 hours? Cuz they say that they also had the bed and breakfast that they were teasing us. Maybe we should do that 11. Ooh, I'll try and figure out an occasion for that. It feels like something we should do. Cuz I mean Patreon wouldn't cost that much, like maybe $5. So like I think it'd be worth it. To sign up for Patreon to watch the video for Patreon. I mean, it's not the... Listen, I mean, Miles puts out some great content. I think it's worth it. But, I mean, it's a lot there. Yeah, but I don't think it'd be worth it.
I believe this will also make us the first YouTubers to properly do this.
Director's Cut is the 11-hour version, says Mitty. Wow.
He kept it between the major cities.
And he used Point. And Zareth.
Yeah, Zareth, unfortunately had to take Amtrak, although we met Zareth on this trip, and he's a really friendly guy, so we have a lot of sympathy for his plight there.
And Adam sent me a really nice email, so shout out to Adam if you're watching.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to both Adam and Zareth, who've been friendly.
And they did this before us.
Yeah, exactly.
They
kind of
deserve all
the idea here. Miles wants to note that this is possible in 6 clean days.
Yeah, my itinerary was possible if there wasn't a tsunami.
If not for the tsunami, we would have been able to complete this in 6 clean days, which would have made it something akin to a speed run. We also want to note, though, that you can kind of like choose your adventure, or choose your own adventure on a trip like this, because these buses stop at a lot of really cool little tiny towns and beach points and other interesting places. And you can kind of like mix and match buses and like make a trip like this take as long as you wanted to. And we kind of ended up doing that a little bit more towards the end because we had to have that weekend in Portland. So we were kind of able to like mix and match and choose cities where we wanted to stay, most notably Yachats.
And it's very affordable. It's, $157.
It's a little bit less than what an Amtrak would cost. We also want to note that
I like how they put the plus hotels and food in like little letters. Like that's not nothing. Like $138. Oh, I'm in the way. I gotta get out of here. $138.75 plus what had to have been at least $750 in hotels and food, but still, like it's pretty cool that you can do that though. Like, cause like if they use any other form of transportation, it would have been a whole lot more than 138.75. And I think, Rothgar, is that per person or is that for both of them? Because if that's for both of them, that's even more astounding. So, but even if that was just for one person, that's really good. King says, how many days did it take? Well, they mentioned it just a minute ago. They were trying for 6 days. They didn't quite get it. I think they ended up getting there in 7, which doing that with just buses and like light rail and commuter rail, that's really good. That's really good. Rothgar says, I assume that is per person, but I don't know. Yeah, I assume it's per person as well. Because I think they're computing like what the fare is for each of these legs, so they're not multiplying that by 2. Yeah, there are 2 people on the journey the entire time, but I think they want to compute for one just to give you the idea of like how much it would cost if you wanted to try this adventure yourself. So I do believe this is a 1-person cost. Rothgar says, I think they are 8 days. Oh, you think it took 8 days? Yeah, because they said they slowed the trip down after that, so it might actually have been 8. Yeah. King says, yeah, they probably got close to 1,000 between the both of them when you add literally everything they purchased. And honestly, like when you travel for 7 days anywhere, that's about what it's going to cost. Yeah. Yeah. That's about what it's going to cost. Yeah.
It's a little bit less than what an Amtrak would cost. We also want to note that we mentioned this before, but a lot of these lines are lifelines for people who use them. Yeah. Checking all the spreadsheets and PDFs and online schedules and finding this trip and chain these buses together was kind of like an academic exercise, a hobbyist's errand for people on the East Coast. We met a lot of people who are taking multiple of these buses with us. So for a lot of people, chaining these buses together is just kind of everyday life.
We would like to ask that they run more frequently, but on the other hand, we would like to ask that they even continue to exist. A lot of agencies are facing cuts right now.
A lot of agencies are facing doomsday spirals, and the fact that these buses exist at all is amazing. It would be nice if some of them ran more than 2 or 3 times a day, and we were able to like not be constrained by these, or if a lot of buses didn't stop running at 6 p.m., forcing us to like panic. But we were able to make this happen. Yeah. Not in the original form we envisioned, but we did.
Oh, we're taking a break here.
Oh.
We're already 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
Oh, the driver's just getting out. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
I don't think we can really walk it in any reasonable time.
Uh-oh.
It's a 36-minute walk. We gotta wait for the bus.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, Miles. God, why? I mean, I get the people up to that. Why couldn't you just told us when she keep that?
I know.
We're like 13 minutes late. I don't know if I'm gonna make it using transit to Vancouver Airport, but we'll just have to see. That's a problem for a little later from now.
I hope the driver had done this Mount Vernon, the Apex.
I know. This is a hell of a bathroom break if it is. But
I wish you might have gone to the supermarket. There's an IGA here, which I noticed is the same as like the supermarket a couple blocks away from me in Philly. Well, anyway, long story short, transit needs funding, especially the rural stuff.
Yep. Alright, well, she's coming back. I don't know where she went.
My driver has a grocery store bag.
Oh.
He was really nice when we got on. There have been a lot of bus drivers who haven't been, so I don't want to be too mean, but I would understand if Miles wants to be mean because like he's the one getting affected by this.
What can you do? At least we're only 21 minutes late. Alright, here we go. Note how like there were 2 people riding through as well, so
yeah, right,
it's meant to be used as a loop.
Yeah, so we're not crazy here.
Alright, final turn. Thank you.
Good night. Cool, 23 minutes late, so a brisk walk up 2nd Street through the Peace Arch Historical State Park.
Here it comes, folks.
Over to the border.
I don't know how you want to count it, but that's Canada over there. Like those houses are all Canadian.
Oh, so you're not allowed to like walk across the park?
They have like a moat, I think. Oh, we can see the coast.
Yeah, right.
We made it.
Where is your entry point? Is it
I gotta walk somewhere up there. I don't know where.
Okay. Canadian border crossing looks like. I've never been to one before. I guess I've been to the airport, but...
Wow, yeah. Well, this is definitely symbolic.
Children of a common moth.
Mother.
Huh? Alright, we made it. We're at the Canadian border.
Alright.
See you, Miles.
Bye.
And that's it, folks. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'm gonna catch up on chat too. We've got some some post-video comments to make on top of this, but look at all the patrons. So many patrons. Good for Miles. Miles deserves that. Rothgar says there is stuff after the credits. Oh, okay, we'll hang out for that. Westsider says that was great. This was great. Thank you, Westsider.
So the task was to go from the Mexican border to the Canadian border using only local transit. Thankfully, the task did not specify that I needed to get to the airport in Vancouver on transit. That last bus was so late that I needed to hitch a ride from Arden.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, my pleasure.
Please plug your channel as a gift.
Oh, sure. I'm the Greater Discussions, Urban Planning, Transportation, Metro Vancouver. I'm your guy. We're gonna go get some local Canadian fast food.
And I'm gonna pay for it because you were so helpful.
Thank you.
And you know what currency I'm gonna use?
Which one?
Canadian dollars.
Now that's how you end a video, folks. That's how you end a video. And Miles will only have to pay $5 for both of them. $5 for both of them, for all that Canadian fast food. But phenomenal job by Miles in Transit. Miles, if you happen to be watching this, thank you for doing that. That is an incredible video. Your channel is incredible too. And your friend Jackson is incredible making the music for the video. Good stuff. Like great work. A lot of work I can see. A lot of stress. A lot of things that happened. A lot of uncertainty during that journey, as one could imagine, with all the different connections you have to make, and then things you can't even prepare for, like a tsunami. Wow, it was a heck of a time. So thanks everybody for watching along with me. Mitty says that was a fantastic episode. Absolutely, it was so great. I'm glad you enjoyed it too, Mitty. And Westsider says travel video. I like this was fun. I like that, Westsider. I'm glad you enjoyed it too. I think we got some really good turnout for this segment of the stream, so it really makes me very happy to see that everyone's enjoying this as well. So my thanks to Rothgar. Rothgar is the one who pitched the idea to me. First, Rothgar linked me to the video, so I watched it. Watched myself, and it was very fascinating. So I was like, I would love to have this as a watch along on stream. And then I just wanted to make sure that Miles is okay with that, like, because I don't exactly know how YouTubers would respond to people on Twitch, like watching their videos and then live reacting as it happens. But Miles is very gracious about it, so we're grateful to Miles. I'm gonna give you one more link to Miles's YouTube channel. Oh, it's already there. Never mind. And then I'm gonna shut off that auto shout out after the fact, because we will segue to some different shows like a little later. But let me catch up on the chat first. Mitty says, I'd love to see him do it from Key West, Florida, all the way to the Canadian border up the East Coast. I wonder if he's done that. That would be really fun. Rothgar says, I really like how Miles shows the good and bad of transit and shows what works and what does not. Boy, Mitty, that sounds like a phenomenal idea. Actually, I would like to screen cap your comment. I'm going to send that to Miles in email because I would love to pitch that idea. I mean, maybe he's already planned it, but I would definitely like to just put the idea in Miles's inbox and see if that might be something they might do. And it is something that can be done. And if it is, that'd be a heck of a video too. And it would have just as many adventures, I'm sure. So, great call. Let me see. Key West to Nova Scotia. King says, hi, Miles. I tried. You sure did. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, Florida will be tough. That's true. Between the alligators and the weather and the traffic, there'll be a lot of adventures there. Just getting out of Florida, yeah. Let me see. Is there anything else? Oh, so King says, yeah, they probably got close to $1,000 between the both of them when you add literally everything they purchased. Rothgar adds, they made like 3 or 4 videos in Portland, so I think they took an extra day there. And King says, a lot of the vehicles they rode on were not actually ADA friendly, which not really surprised by, and I'm particularly unsurprised by that fact being the case with a lot of the travel in the Pacific Northwest. Like, it seemed like they're kind of going off their seat of their pants arranging some of these buses. The mini buses were abundant in Oregon, as you saw. And so that was definitely a big part of it, too. Rocker says, I think most of them were at least wheelchair accessible, but I don't know how accessible they would be if you were blind. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. Very true. So, listen, folks, if you do have other videos you'd like for us to feature here for future Tuesday streams, we'd be open to that. Feel free to suggest anything on YouTube. I'm not sure exactly which channel we would go to for that. I may have to make one, but general channel is fine right now. Yeah, the heat or the rain, says Mitty. True. Rocker says, I think he has done segments of that journey, but there is for sure a video where he takes a bus in Maine to Canada. Wow, that'd be something too. Mitty says, have you seen Ludwig and Michael Reeves tip to tip? I have not. Interesting. That seemed like a fun one. That seemed like a fun idea. Is that a channel on YouTube as well? That's pretty cool. But yeah, the FYP after the video is really like it's actually pretty mesmerizing. Like, you can see now, obviously some of this is just stuff I follow already. Like, for example, this one. This is the last episode of Wheel of Fortune to feature the old like flippable puzzle. You can't really see that. If I turn this off, you will. And then like this one's about why 32X is a giant fail. And then there's one about opening day highlights from every year from 1990 to 2015. This is all me. This is all my FYP. Like, but around that, you have these really cool videos. Like, you got one about the Las Vegas monorail, and then you have some additional miles in transit videos. So there you go. You got a little peek at what my YouTube looks like. The Crossing Canada by Bus video Miles did is an amazing 2-part trip. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that would be kind of interesting to see how that goes. Mitty says, no, I will send you a link to Tip to Tip. Streamers Ludwig and Michael Reeves go from the southern tip of Japan to the northern tip of Japan. They are currently doing Tip to Tip China, which is so much bigger. I wish them best of luck. But yeah, thanks. Yeah, definitely feel free to send me a link. I'd love to see that. So once again, I want to first thank Rothgar, as I mentioned, and I also want to thank Miles for giving us his blessing on showing this video on Twitch. And thanks to all of you who tuned in. It was a really, really fun time watching along with you.